Yeah. What up, though? Feel? What's the damn deal, man? Feels so good to be home where we belong, man. What's popping with y'all? It's your favorite neighbor, your man Mark Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. Breakdown hip hop. You already know we the #1 hip hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly. You know why life is serious enough. Life getting real serious in the world of geopolitics, and we're gonna talk about it all on this episode. Man, it's been a long time. Shit, told y'all, man, as life get cranking up for me, sometimes I'm not gonna be able to do these shows as frequently as we used to do them, but we're gonna have a good time while we're here. So shout out to everybody who's here early now, and shout out to all the members who will watch the playback. We're gonna have a good time while we're here. Shout out to everybody who's here early. From my view, what up? Ace Retro, aka Gibbs, what up? Man, we're gonna have a good one. Did y'all see the debacle and the breakdown in the Oval Office? I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in my lifetime. But we're gonna talk all about it on this episode. Of course, I'm gonna open the phone line up and drop the link. And yeah, man, let's talk about it. Let's run this intro. Let's get the room populated. Please tap that like button or double tap the screen. It really makes me feel good, and it's the free and easy way to support the show as well. And if you like the content, man, you can really help us grow the channel by clicking that share button. I don't care if you got 2 subscribers and 2 followers on Twitter, Instagram, on YouTube. It doesn't matter. Share that thing out. And it really helps the show in a major way. So let me run this intro. Let's get this room populated. We're going to have a damn good episode while we're here. Oh, it went down in the Oval Office. We're going to play the breakdown. I got a survey in the chat. Asking, who do you think is responsible for how things all went left right there? We're going to talk all about that. It's your man, Mark Nash. Let's jump right into the conversation, man. Somebody say everybody fears Daddy Trump. Yo, daddy, not mine. My daddy name is Lorenzo. And he's not an immigrant. Right? Yeah, my daddy is Lorenzo. Not Trump, but to each his own. We're gonna have a good conversation while we're here. Let's run this intro. Give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes. If you pour your drink, get your glass of Gatorade, water, orange juice, roll them, whatever you like to do. We're gonna have a good time while we're here. Lock in. Let's get it.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bush, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up, my boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes is so ratchet. These hoes is so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash, take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say get walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures. You and your protocol. You and your policies. None of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas. You and your standards. You and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers. Going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged. Stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shoot. Mother, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say get walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real. But I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and or the hosts. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad sound.
This is mad now.
Yeah. What up, though? I heard it was a real nigga birthday. Got it. Feels good, man. Feels good. Thank God for another, what they call it, a trip around the sun. Feels good, man. And the words of Montel Jordan, feels so good in my hood tonight. I never knew what he said on that next bar. Oh, my game bang and forgot about the drive. That's all the part I remember. You got to get your groove on. Man, I love it, man. It feels so good. It feels good to be alive. It feels good to be alive. So many people didn't make it. Shout out to Selena said, I like the intro music. Appreciate you. It's old to it. That song, like probably 10 years old. But I still love it. Like, damn, I hate my job. It fits for somebody, right? It's like my version of, Bone got the first of the month. That's my first of the month. It's the song that'll never get old to me. So shout out to Selena. Shout out to my sister Lisa Bell. She never fails. JJ Clips, Lisa Bells, Moody, what up? Okay, appreciate y'all. Barry, appreciate y'all. Mr. Edwards, I'll just leave it at that with that. Christopher Matley. Everybody fears Daddy Trump.
It never heard of it.
Hey, look, if you give a kid a toddler a grenade, we will all be scared of that kid in the room too. Trust me. Shout out to my good brother Stephen X. Shout out to you. Said peace be unto you. No, peace be unto you, my good brother. How you feel? Shout out to Clips. He said summertime skirts and the guys are canard. That's what he say. Summertime skirts and the guys are canard, or the guys are canard or in canard. Summertime skirts and the guy like Carl Canard, because they was wearing Carl Canard by that. Summertime skirts and guys are canard. All the game bangers forgot about the drop. Damn, that's what he says. Never knew he said that. I always mumble that part, and that's my go-to in karaoke. That was my go-to for the longest. This is how we do it. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's a call and response. So that's my go-to karaoke. One of my go-to karaoke songs. Shout out to my good sister Foodie with the beauty. He said, "Carl, sometimes get the hell out of here." And look, all this technology at my fingertips, I never said, "Hey, let me Google this is how we do it. Make sure I'm getting these lyrics right." I just be like, "Nah, I don't need the screen. Let's go." This is da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Man, I love that song. And every time I DJ, whenever I play it, I always switch it. I go from the Slick Rick. They get tired of me because I do the whole Slick Rick too. Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life long, justice learned and lost. Man, what? People were behaving like they all too good. All right, these niggas did not pull up to hear me do karaoke tonight and start rapping. Doing old school karaoke. But it's your boy's birthday. Hey, it's a real nigga birthday. I'm having a good time. Feeling good. Once a hit, always a hit. That beat is classic. So let's get into it, man. Shout out to everybody who's here early, man. Did y'all see what happened at the Oval Office? Oh, it was. What is this? It was crazy. Okay, somebody said, was she wrong for standing up for her elderly mother? We noticed that the man didn't upload that part. I don't know what this is, but I'll check on it later. Okay, niggas talking about Tank Davis. That's not what we're looking for. Okay, let me go to. Let's just type in Elon and Trump, because that shit is tragedy. Remember that comedian? Tragedy. Yeah, that's definitely kind of crazy. Let's go to that. Trump, Zelensky goes crazy. It's like an 11-minute video. I don't want this 2-minute clip when it goes bad. Like, actually, it's like 42 minutes it was in there. But once it goes bad, it goes bad. It's like the last 11 minutes. Let me see. Hold on. Make sure I got it queued up. But we're going to play this shit. Where the audio at? I don't hear it. Hold on. Make sure this isn't muted. Make sure this is not muted. Hold on. Let me mute and unmute. Okay. Mute. Bear with me. Haven't been live in a minute. Yeah, he's a great songwriter. He wrote How Did You Get Here for Deborah Cox. Love that song too. How did you get No, 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 no. Nobody's supposed to. I love that record. Love that record. He wrote Cisco Incomplete too, if I'm not mistaken. Even though it seems I have everything. Love that song too. So output chat, input, broadcaster. Now, let me refresh the screen over here because it's not playing Twitter. I need to make sure we can hear the audio from Twitter. Okay, there we go. So we got some audio from Twitter. Okay, this guy's video doesn't have any audio. So let me go to the next one. Share that. Say that. Okay, let me look at my phone real quick, y'all, because I played this on my phone. So let me see where I played it from, and I'm going to play it from there. Matter of fact, it's going to be in my YouTube history, so I can play it from there. Oh, it goes bad, though. It damn sure gets bad. Bear with me. History. It's 11 minutes. Okay, Wall Street Journal. Here we go. All right, so let me share the screen so y'all know what I mean when I say these things. It gets crazy. And shout out to everybody who sent me a birthday message or warm wishes, man. I really, really appreciate it. Y'all know this is a bittersweet time for me. You know, we lost my father-in-law last year in May, and he and I share a birthday. So he passed 5 days before my wife's birthday, which was literally like 6 days. So he passed like on a Monday or Tuesday. Her birthday was Friday. We did the funeral on Saturday. Mother's Day was Sunday. Then remember we had the police standoff over there in East Point. Some crazy dude pulled out a gun on the cop, and like that whole shit was crazy. I went live from the repast, so we just feel like we never really got to grieve properly, man. And then, you know, we share our birthday together, so I really couldn't really enjoy my birthday like I wanted to. Like the day of, like I was like ups and downs. You know, 1 minute you be happy and smiling, and then the next minute you're ready to call somebody that you always share your birthday with, and there's no answer. You know. Yeah. Disappointing. Somebody said, yeah, we are members to the channel. The hats represents different tiers of membership. Length it represents the length of your membership. Somebody was like, oh, what's up with all these hats? Yeah, that's because when I first started the show, I always used to wear a bucket hat. I wore like a bucket hat for like 2 years, y'all? About 2 years straight. I just wore my red bucket hat was my signature look. So, but now I just wear everybody's hat now. But let's get into it. Let's play this and let's react to it. I'm gonna make sure I got these phone lines open. I damn sure want to take some of your calls. I'll put the link out there after I get through this video, so you guys can call in and voice your opinion. But let's get this part started right now. Not right now, but right now.
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them,
I think he's
you'd
muted.
never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about?
What's your message for them?
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then?
And first off, this is gonna be funny because first he's gonna say, "I'm not aligned with nobody." Then he's gonna say, "I'm aligned with everybody."
Say, hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal? That doesn't work that way.
But keep in mind now, this is our ally sitting here in this Oval Office. Yes, believe it or not, Ukraine is an ally. After the fall of the Soviet Union, we was like, you guys give up your nuclear weapons and we will protect you. Since then, they keep getting invaded, right? They got invaded several times and Putin just keep approaching. But I'm going to tell you guys what I think went wrong, what I think, who's to blame, who's not to blame, who should get more to blame. And I think the answer might surprise you all. But let's get into this content. Thank you again for your time and energy. Make sure you double tap that screen on the way into the room. It really helps with the visibility of the show. Let's go.
You'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, "Hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal?" That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America. And for the good of the world, I'm aligned with the world. And I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press.
Now, he just jumped right in. Now, J.D. Vance just jumped right in out of nowhere, off cue. Now, when Elon Musk was in the White House with his kids wiping boogers on the desk, J.D. Vance didn't say nothing. Didn't say nothing. Okay. He jumping in on this part and still having Republican and Democrat conversations. You know what I'm saying? We're not even on that no more. You guys won. You won. It's not. Why are we going there? But let's go.
Never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin. And then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied it.
See, he tried to do his political talk and tried to, in the words of my good brother Ray Jones, he tried to knee walk. He was knee walking for Trump right then. Zelensky was like, hold up, bro. This ain't about Joe Biden. This ain't about Trump. But what you said was historically and factually inaccurate. You're lacking the facts and you're lacking the historical data. Maybe you won't hear it in J.D. Vance, but let me tell you what happened. J.D. Vance is going to lose it. Oh, it's going to be beautiful, though.
Pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied it, our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014.
2014.
So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop.
Now he was trying to be nice. He was like, but he's right. He took Crimea under Biden. So Biden, Obama, Trump, Biden, Trump again. This has been going on for now over a decade with this guy. What he's been doing, invading our country, taking our land, killing our people. Look at J.D. Vance about to go in. So he was like,
But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Trump didn't even know. He was like 2015. He was like, no, 2014. Oh, okay, fuck it. I don't care. Yo.
So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
see, Trump didn't even hear all of that. He was like, I wasn't here. No, you were here at one point, though. This was happening under your watch as well.
Exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same.
It's the same. Y'all paying attention, right? He said everything was the same. Let's stay with me now. Stay with me. Yeah, double tap that screen. Thank you, Lisa Bells. And shout out to Vance on Vance for the super chat. Say happy birthday, Mr. Nash. No, thank you, man, so much. I appreciate it. Give you the drop.
I'll give you the $2. You give him the $2. All right, pay him the $2. Oh, pay the $2.
All right, let's proceed.
People have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal.
So he wasn't president then. Keep it in mind. He was like, but this stuff been happening. He said, so I signed a new deal with him as the new president. And he was like, we were supposed to let hostages go. We was going to do peace. He didn't release no hostages. He's still doing what he do. Let's continue.
I signed with him, Macron and Merkel. We signed.
Talking about Macron and you know, the chick over there in Germany, right? All these people, right? Like the UK, we signing something and say, hey, look, let's have some peace and let these hostages go.
Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
He was like, what kind of diplomacy are you speaking about? We've been trying to be diplomatic with this guy. We're doing everything we can to be diplomatic with him. All right, here we go. JD, instead of addressing the facts, he's going to say, you disrespecting me and the president in the Oval Office. Here we go. Watch this.
Talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but
No. See, that's a blanket statement. I'm talking about the diplomacy that's going to end. What diplomacy? Like this shit, because you started off saying Biden was just beating his chest. Okay, no, this stuff been happening before Biden. It's been happening since Obama, Trump, Biden, and now Trump again. You didn't address none of that. He said, we tried diplomacy. We squashed it. We signed a new deal for a ceasefire. Supposed to release hostages. He didn't do that go. He's still killing our people. What diplomacy are you talking about that we need? We trying to be diplomatic with him. He invaded us again. Let's go.
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful.
See, he couldn't take, that's just the easy way out. Instead of addressing the issue, just say, you disrespected me. Come on, fam. Put a case on JD Vance. Another one.
About what do you mean?
Because he was trying to say, what do you want to say about that? But what do you mean?
Talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media.
Hold up. What you mean litigate this in front of the American media? You brought it up. You cut in while the two presidents were talking. Co-vice president, because he co-vice president with Elon Musk. Co-vice president, JD. You interrupted. He's not trying to litigate. He's addressing and responding to your statement. Like, what are you talking about? We have been diplomatic. It's not about Biden. This shit been happening before Biden. What are you talking about? Now you disrespect. You trying to litigate this in front of American media. Basically, you trying to show me up. Hold up. What you saying? Facts? Get him out of here. You ain't talking facts to me. Fuck out of here. Let's go.
Right now, you guys are going around and force officers. But Mr. President, with respect to the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but
Mr. President, with respect.
Let me just play this whole little part all the way through without me interrupting, so y'all can. I didn't hear no disrespect. Y'all tell me where JD Vance is going to jump in. Y'all tell me he's going to respond to what JD Vance said. Tell me, do y'all think it was disrespectful? Let's go.
To get a deal that way, so that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2015.
Which was Obama.
So
I was not here.
yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people are been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count one.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction?
I did not hear the attack. At that point, I still haven't heard the attack. He was just saying, he's asking you, you said the guy, Biden was just banging his chest, and we need to be more diplomatic. Okay, we've been diplomatic with the guy. He signed ceasefires and breaks them. He says he's gonna release the hostages. We signed and agreed that he don't release the hostages. Keep in mind, this deal, they had a meeting before this meeting. Now, he came over there thinking like, you guys gonna get the mineral, we're going to sign a $500 billion mineral deal for the lithium minerals that they're very rich in their country. And from there, it said, no, we want, you're still going to sign it, and we need the lithium deal, but we're not going to give you no security assurances. Basically, if everything goes back to how it's going right now, you're on your own still, and you still got that we still get your minerals. No, if you guys gonna get the minerals, we need some assurances that you guys are gonna protect us too. You guys not gonna be able to take all the minerals, and we still dealing with this guy the way we dealing with him, taking our stuff, killing our people. It was like, well, because our people gonna be there, you guys ain't nobody gonna mess with you. But you get no troops, no soldiers, no weapons, no money for weapons, no money for weapons. No troops, no nothing. I get it. I don't want our troops over there, but send all kind of money for weapons and send weapons to Israel. You get what I'm saying? And they went in their war by a landslide. These people are our allies, and they struggling against somebody like Putin who does what he do. I'm just saying, he is what he is. Whatever y'all think he is. But let's keep it a buck, right? So let's play this next clip. I didn't hear the quote unquote disrespect. He was responding to what JD Vance said, but body language is a motherfucker though. Excuse my French, but I'm in France. They did say he just got off the plane, came straight there to the meeting, right? So you might be a little tired, but shoot, you could have slept on the plane. But then there's a lot of pressure going on. The body language, arms folded. And then once it really started heating up, him and Trump gonna touch him and everything. They're gonna be pointing fingers at each other. It's about to go left, yo. We still early in it. Let's go.
Them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems?
Oh, that was key. That was key. He said, have you visited Ukraine, man? Do you see what's going on? He said, man, I ain't gotta go. For what? You sending people on a propaganda tour. How do you know if it's a propaganda tour if you didn't see it? You get what I'm saying? You the vice president. Remember they used to kill Kamala for she doesn't even go to the border. Wow, it's a propaganda tour. Why would I need to go to the border? It's America. This is an American interest. We sending billions of dollars over there. Why not go? You ain't doing shit anyway. Elon in there with his kid picking boogers in the Oval Office. Get your goofy ass over there, JD Vance.
Untrue.
Yes, but if
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media.
Oh, he trying to flip it.
Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count one.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration?
He asking them all these questions, right? He said, do you think that? Then he's like, okay, I will answer. They ain't gonna let this nigga talk no more. That little speech that he gave was the longest he was gonna get to talk from the rest of this clip.
Trying to prevent the destruction of your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning. Cook.
Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean. And
he said during the war, everybody has problems. During the war, even you. But you have nice oceans. Basically, you're not fighting a guy like Putin who's as close as Mexico to you. You get what I'm saying? Or as close as Canada. You know, shit like that. This is where he fucks up at. This is where I think Zelensky, he's frustrated, he's defensive. And he represents a country of people that's dying. You know what I'm saying? And we're supposed to be allies. But I got to give you $500 billion of mineral deal, but two. I heard this shit said forever. The thing I said, maybe they renegotiated it, but I was like, I heard it was forever. Let's continue. Somebody said, I want to read more of these comments though. Somebody said, no more gravy train from the train USA first. You feel me? I feel you on that, but what do we get out that deal as American citizens? More Teslas? Because that's who need that lithium, because lithium is for the batteries. Lithium is for the batteries. Who need the batteries? Tesla. We need that lithium, baby. That was never part of the piece. Y'all don't ask yourself that as American citizens, like, why we gotta have a lithium deal with them? Why we need that? And we just call it blanket minerals, nigga. That's everything in your dirt. Does it? What minerals? The best minerals, the one I pick. So let me get to all your minerals, and we'll tell this nigga stop killing y'all. That's like. That don't sound right to y'all. We have already invested over $300 billion into the success of this country. I never see them talk to Putin like this. I never seen them talk to Benjamin and Yahoo like this.
Your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on
position
this
to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're
I'm not
You're in no.
And I think what he and I meant, I interpret that totally different because I don't. You got to take your ego out of it. Both people are. I think he was having a candid conversation. I think he was talking a little too candidly. Now, I will say that. But if we having a conversation, we having a conversation. You get what I'm saying? At this point, people had already criticized him, say, why he don't have a suit on? He should have a suit on. Like, people in the room are telling him, you should have wore a suit. What are you doing? I was like, shit, well, he probably got TV like the rest of us, and we see Elon Musk in there just chilling with a hat on and with his son in there picking boogers, wiping on the desk, telling people, shut the fuck up. He was like, telling people, you shut the fuck up. Yo, where that video at? I need to cue that up for when the callers call in. When the teacher said, good morning, everybody, he said, shut the fuck up. That's what Elon Musk kid was in the Oval Office doing. Let's go.
No position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
Feel influenced.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influenced.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now.
He said, I've been, from the very beginning of the war, I've been grateful.
With us, you start having
not playing
cards. Right now, you.
Ooh, he told that nigga Trump. Trump said, he said, hey, you're not holding all the cards. He said, man, I'm not playing cards. The fuck are you talking about? Never heard of it. Y'all playing games. Y'all playing games. And what I thought too, let me elaborate too. Let me say this part. When he said you have the ocean, basically like you're so far away from what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not on your doorstep, but in one day it will. I don't think he's meaning like as in he's threatening anybody. He's saying if you don't stop this guy from what he's doing now, other people will do it and his reach will expand farther. But also when you say you will feel it, you feel it in the economy. You feel it in how he takes, so if he takes over all of Europe and other or even more expansion, what would stop him or other people from expanding doing this to other people? It'll affect you. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard this slogan, injustice here is an injustice everywhere, right? I took it that way, not like, hey, shit, one day you gonna feel it, nigga. You gonna feel it home. Like, I didn't take it that way. No, like, never heard of it. But I get it. People got a narrative to push. But it gets worse. Let's go.
Very good.
Feel influenced.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influenced.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful.
I don't feel like he's gambling World War III. Look at Trump cutting his eyes at the camera like, y'all getting this? Look at me. I'm pointing and I'm checking him. Look at this. He cut his eyes over there looking at the camera and people. Y'all see this shit? I'm getting him. But look how Zelensky's very calm at this point. Cool and collected. Trump, look at Trump's face. And now body language, yo. Look at his humble position, slumped over shoulders, hands crossed in his lap. But it doesn't stay like that, though. He's going to turn up, too. But I don't think... Bro, this shit seemed like a lot of posturing.
Millions of people.
And also, too, from all I'm gathering here, I don't think he's gambling with World War III. I think Donald Trump and the U.S. got their mind made up with this administration. They gonna let Benjamin Netanyahu do whatever he want, and they're gonna let and we're gonna, like he said, we're gonna go over there and sweep the bombs. That's what he said. That's our plan. We're going to sweep the bombs, and yeah, and our people, and we're gonna own it. We're gonna take over because our people are gonna be there. Nah, bro. This is getting crazier and crazier by the day. And we're not even in the first, we're not done with the first 100 days yet. So yeah, I don't think he's gambling with World War III because it's already clear. That's what they said. You're gonna make a deal, or we're gonna get out of it. So basically, it ain't gonna be no World War III. We're gonna let Putin do whatever he want to do over there. Let everybody else in the world deal with it. That is crazy. I was like, yo, imagine a world where it's like America, China, and Russia against everybody else. And North Korea. America, China, Russia, North Korea against everybody else. Like, that's how the new world, that's how it's looking like this world war is about to go. We're going to be on the side with Putin and China and North Korea. What the Yo, this is looking crazy.
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
He said, I very respect you. I very respect you. He's been saying thank you to America for years.
Entire meeting? No, in this.
He said 2,000 times. He said no in this meeting right now.
Entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition.
See, this nigga JD Vance knows how to trigger Trump, yo. Yo, he winds him up like a little doll and see what he does on the floor. Yo, this shit about to get tragic. Like, why did JD Vance bring up the damn election? That's all he can do. Like, hold up, Trump, remember why you chose me, right? Remember why you chose me, baby? This shit about to go left.
This entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that
he never even got to answer all the questions JD asked him. Trump, like, what's up? First call of the night. Talk to him, Clips. It's my homie Clips. Calling from the great state of Ohio. Right. What's up, bro?
Peace, Mark Nash. Peace, neighborhood. Peace to the lovers. Peace to the haters. And as a proud American, let me first say, I don't even want to say I told you so, but damn, here we are. Here we go. I even told you about, remember I told you the type of dude JD was, didn't I tell you? Look at him. Look at him. He just there. He a spoon. He there to stir the pot. He there to stir the pot. Like you said, keep him riled up. I thought that was real. I got a lot of Karen energy off JD. You know, that was kind of crazy. You gonna interrupt. You know, you was just there for the photo op, but you gonna get your little bars off. And then just the fact that Zelensky didn't just nod and just eat whatever you said. You see it all of a sudden now you disrespected. Out there disrespectful. You was out there campaigning for the other niggas, you know what I'm saying? And we all knew that if Trump won the election, he was going to kowtow to Putin and it was going to get bad for Ukraine. You know, that was the whole reason why the outpouring of Ukraine was so intense when things escalated 3-4 years ago, was because if Putin doesn't get stopped now, we knew he was going to walk through that country. And once he walks through that country, that's going to put NATO in a thing. And we already know that, yeah, NATO was already weakened because of the first Trump administration and the stances that he took. Now he's back. And this is not a pro-Democrat or Republican thing, but I think you really hit the nail on the head. So we're looking at a global world where it's America, Russia, and China. And a couple of global oligarchs and elites, technocrats that are going to dictate global policy, and that's somehow okay with people.
Israel, but we fight for Israel. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's going to be, but the three major powers are going to be Russia, China, and America. You know, then you're going to have your technocrats, the oligarchs, and it's crazy. It's like,
no, I'm sorry. It's somebody in the chat named General Nutsex. That name alone just got me laughing.
Yeah, that's wild.
And he says, I'm all for it. With a name like General Nutsex, I bet you are. But it ain't the kind of war. But it's not the kind of war you trying to do, General Nutsex. Hey, look, General Nutsex, he want to go to war with the Pornhub drop. Sorry to cut you off, but I was laughing so hard, man. I was like, I had to tell people why I'm laughing. They probably like, what are you laughing so far for? But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Shit, no, that was funny, man. Shout out to General Nutsacks, aka Boots, Lace, No Condom. There you go. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I think this is bad. Listen, Mark, you've been doing this show 4 or 5 years, and I've been on with you for most of the time, and we've seen it. We've seen when people get on these panels with prearranged agendas and preordained outcomes of conversations already in their head. I think I worded that safely enough. You know, I get a lot of that energy from this photo shoot. I get a lot of Trump and the Trump team thought, you know, he was going to come and bend the knee and surrender those mineral rights. But as you so eloquently stated, Trump was like, hey, we get these mineral rights regardless, even if, you know, whatever, we're going to be there. But hey, if something goes down, that ain't got nothing to do with us. But yeah, you're going to give us these minerals. And Zelensky's like, no. The whole nature of the United States and Ukraine's relationship was that when we got our independence, like you said, you know, for the get rid of their nuclear sites and everything, you said you was going to protect us from the USSR, eventually Russia. You know, it was still the USSR. I mean, some of y'all kids don't get it because you're too young. I'm old enough to remember when this happened in the 80s. You know, that's the whole nature of the relationship. Because if not, Ukraine would have not went independent, and Ukraine and certain other countries, they would have stayed under the Soviet bloc. We coerced Georgia, Ukraine, and a lot of these nations to leave the Soviet bloc because we will protect you. And now Trump wants to try to ante up tab and run the tax on it. And from a short-sighted sense of nationalism, some people would say it makes sense, but in the long view, no, it's not. And thank you for pointing out what is the new interest in lithium. Why all of a sudden is the American government, which has now been co-opted by Elon Musk, so interested in lithium, which is the main thing he needs not only for his cars, but for many of his SpaceX operations.
For sure. All right, man. Well, I'm going to try to get back to it, man. You're more than welcome to call back.
Oh, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, let me get back to the rest of this video, because I ain't even played the full video. It's going to turn up some more.
Yep.
My man.
If you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking.
Shout out to Clips. And the phone lines are open on 404-692-1766, 404-692-1766. Call in and voice your opinion. I'll put you right in the mix.
Loudly. He's not speaking loudly.
Hold on.
Save your country.
Please. You think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country.
He said, no. You done a lot of talking. Shut the fuck up.
It never heard of it.
Yo, and watch how he put his hands back in his lap.
He is in big trouble.
He was like, man, look, I'm at your crib. I'm literally at your crib, the White House, right? Well, one of your cribs. We're in the historical prestige office. Keep in mind, I've been here I've been here several times with other presidents before you sitting in these same chairs. It's like, damn, man.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning.
He was like, I know. He was like, you've been talking to.
You think that if you will speak very loud.
So he chumping. He was like, yo, because you speaking loudly about the war, that means you know what you're talking about.
Loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait
answer?
a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking.
Shut
Your
the fuck
country
up.
is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance.
He cut him right there. He said, you're not winning it. He said, what you mean? What you mean? Like, no, I'm not going to accept defeat. Not like that.
It's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking.
Shut the fuck up.
Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment, and you men are brave.
He said, you voted for your president.
From the very beginning of the war, we've been alone, and we are thankful.
He said, thank you.
I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave
He said, you haven't been alone. We gave you all kind of shit.
you, through
I
this
said
stupid president, $350 billion.
He said, through this stupid president, not talking about calling him stupid president. He's talking about Joe Biden.
In this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to
He said, but you voted for your president. You voted for him.
use our military.
What about
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me.
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military
He said, you invited me to speak, and y'all not even letting me speak.
equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days.
He's like, yeah, we didn't help, yeah, we would have been dead in 3 days. Yeah, that's what Putin said. Oh, that pissed him off too. He's like, yeah, I heard that from Putin.
Stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me.
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks. Of course, yes.
Of course, he said. Oh man, yo, have y'all ever seen this shit in live on camera? Like this stuff we used to see, like what we used to see people in Parliament getting into it in the UK and other countries in Africa and China and all other countries. Like the senators and the congressmen might get into it, start literally throwing hands in there while debating. Oh man. We haven't got there yet, but I've never seen two presidents of two foreign countries, and we're allies with them, have an argument like this, especially in the Oval Office or anybody's like going to their country and y'all like, and you and the two presidents, they just start screaming on them. So now like, shit, I'm still a president too. Hold on, let me, man, yeah, whatever, man, whatever. Yo, he gave him the whatever, my nigga, right here at the end. He was like, yo, did you, bro, this sound, Brian, they had a whole YouTube live on that motherfucker. All you needed was my boy Dub right side saying, you're out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order. Dub right side would have been in the Oval Office. Tell them they out of order. Shout out to the homie Dub right side. Check them out.
Not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war.
That's what I said. JD Vance knew how to wind Donald Trump up like a little toy and watch him roll around on the floor. And like he instigated that shit. And Zelensky took the bait, to be fair. Sometimes you can't take the bait. Sometimes you can't take the bait. Total shutdown. Sometimes you gotta just do a total shutdown and just be like, all right, for sure. And make it out there alive. You get what I'm saying? But you got to think bigger, because I think everybody's ego got into play here. But JD Vance, nobody won't even talking to you. Let me just say this: Joe Biden's a piece of shit. You know, he was out here pumping his chest. So yeah, so we gonna have some diplomacy in here now. We're gonna get all diplomatic-ish. You know what I'm saying, my nigga? Zelensky he couldn't let that slide. Maybe because he was friends with Biden and those other people. You know, he's known them since the Obama days. You know? And he was like, hey, look, the guy did what he did, but we won't doing this. We won't talking about a ceasefire, and we got to give up our minerals with no security. No money. We're not going to give y'all no money, no nothing. And you lose all your minerals. And basically, the land you lost. This is bad.
Winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't been
in this
alone.
cabinet.
You haven't been alone.
In this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment, and you men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment,
if
you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
maybe
new.
Less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times.
Except that there are disagreements.
Yeah, I said thank you a lot of times to the American people. JD Vance definitely instigated this shit. Like, he was like, man, ain't shit going on right now. Hey, look. Yo, JD came in like it was a smack battle rap. He was like, I said, yo. JD Vance came in and set that shit off. Let's go.
In 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days,
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think
But was he trying to fight it out? He responded to you. And then as he responded to you, Trump cut him off, like, because he started off, he said that ocean shit. He was like, yeah, you can have your big oceans and like, but you don't feel it. One day you'll feel it. Trump said, don't tell us what we gonna feel. Don't tell us. Trump went in. Trump went like, keep in mind, he's not a politician. Trump went straight boardroom. Look, we'll shut your shit down.
it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
Why Trump always move his hands like he's spreading ass cheeks? Like once I see it and do it once, I can't unsee it no more. The little Trump, the thing he do with his hands like this, he doing this right. Trump look like he about to give somebody a rim job. Like, nigga, stop. All right, hold on. Let's go. My bad. All right, here we go. Bread and ass cheese with his hands. Watch it.
Let's go litigate those.
I'm telling you, once I said it and I pointed out, you can't unsee it. He spread it. It looked like air ass cheese.
Disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on. I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards.
Thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me. That wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
It's the American government. That's what he's saying. It's the people. It's the Congress. It's what we signing. It's our agreement with America. We're not making a one-on-one agreement with Donald Trump. You get what I'm saying? It's not like we buying a car from a dealership or something, or buying one of your buildings or one of your states. Or some Trump vodka. What else he got? Or Trump coin. Like, what else he be selling? Like some Trump sneakers. We're not buying that from you. We're asking from like, hey, look, ceasefire, cool. Mineral deal, damn, I didn't know they had to come with it, but all right, cool. But can you give us some military support or make sure we're okay militarily if this guy do something? We need to be prepared. Nah, we ain't doing that. Why we can't be prepared with military? Like, nah, he's gonna do it again. This is what he's been doing. We need to be prepared just in case. Already have the weapons here. Not instead of waiting for you guys to send us weapons. Like, that's what messed them up. They wasn't prepared. You know what I'm saying? But now they're gonna make sure they prepared and have a whole everything lit how it need to be lit, just in case this guy tries this again. Trump is trying to tell him, you didn't make that deal with me. That was with a guy named Biden.
What they think.
That wasn't with me.
For you,
that wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama.
He said, but that was with your Obama too. Basically, this is how long it's going back. So Obama, you skipped over him, and then he said Biden. Like, you're trying to be respectful, but like, bro, this shit didn't just happen. This ain't my first time talking to you. But also, too, keep in mind, it was a time where Trump and Zelensky had that, remember they had that whole quid pro quo thing with him. Remember that? Where Trump was telling him, I'll do it, but I need this. So maybe that's what we're seeing, what's going on behind the scenes too, where people are doing, it's a public quid pro quo. And like, how did that become part of the ceasefire deal? The minerals. Why that? Why that? They telling us right there open. Like, look, either we gonna go to war and stay with these people for these minerals, because Trump is saying, and not so many words neither, look, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. We gonna be over there. And if something happens, we got you. And that's not necessarily true, because all they can just pull out all the Americans, all the civilian Americans that's over there working on the mineral stuff. Hey, look, they invading. Y'all need to get up out of there. All Americans need to evacuate. They can do that without saying, hey, look, once we there, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Shit, we can leave.
Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President.
She should have shut up. She should have shut up and let that shit keep going. Like, let them cook. One more question. Bitch, shut up. Respectfully. They had it. Let them have it.
Gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make, because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation.
Is that a WBC championship belt over here in the corner? What is this? Y'all see this shit? Is that yo, that's a WBC championship belt on me. The right side, welcome home. I was just talking about you. Yo, look, is this a WBC championship belt? It sure is. I see the WBC up here. You can't make this up. What the hell are they doing in the Oval Office with a belt? What they was? Oh, I see it. Look at Mauricio Suleiman. Look, it's a half Ukraine, half American WBC belt. And Lennox Lewis right here in the background. Damn, that's Lennox Lewis? Is that Lennox Lewis? Nigga, that ain't Lennox Lewis. That's a statue of somebody in the background. What the hell am I on? That's disrespectful. I was like, that Lennox Lewis. Yo, all right, let me click the play. So, but this is bad though.
The change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
Oh, she sounds like a Ukrainian reporter, because her English is very broken. She said basically, and that's why Trump said, what are you saying? I don't speak that. Yo. What are you saying? But basically she said, what if Russia breaks the truce? What are you guys gonna do?
Russia breaks ceasefire.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire?
Russia breaks peace talks. What do you do then?
Breaks these talks. What to do with them?
I understand that it's a heated conversation right
What
now.
are you
I understand it's a heated conversation right now. He said, what are you talking about?
saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if
He said, y'all look at him. He said, what if anything? That's one of my shit too. Yo, I hate when people be like, what if? I'm like, he was like, what if a tree fall right now? We can what if until the sun comes up. Watch this though. He instantly what if a bomb drops on your head right now? I'm like, yo, my man. We don't want to hear that from the guy with the nuclear codes. Like, don't be that lackadaisical with bombs dropping. He was like, what if a bomb drops on your head right now? I'm not joking. He literally said this to this reporter. Watch this.
He's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect.
Look at his face. Look at Zelensky's face. That's why I'm zooming in on his face. He is like.
I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden.
Look at Zelensky like, what the fuck is he talking? That's why I zoomed in on Zelensky's face. He's like, what the hell is going on? Like, what do you mean by that? Yo, he's like, what the hell is going on? Damn, fam.
Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam.
Yo, JD Vance knew how to wind him up. Trump back on the campaign trail. Trump is back campaigning. This like he got his routine like hip hop. Somebody in the chat said, I think Mr. Z and Mr. P should box it out. Shout out to General Nuts. Yo, let me give it a drop, yo. General Nutsack.
I'll give you the $2. You give him the $2. All right, pay him the $2. Oh, pay the $2.
Appreciate it, man. Somebody said, JB, that's General Nutsack again. He said, JD looked like he wanted to throw hands.
I'll give you the $2.
Definitely instigator.
I'll give you the $2. You give him the $2. All right, pay him the $2. Oh, pay the $2.
Definitely was instigating. All right, let's keep it popping. Pause.
And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war.
You hearing what you talking about? Putin went through it. I went through it. Like they was trauma bonded. Man, you know they was trying to say I was fucking with you, man. And I won't fuck with you. I won't fuck with you neither. Fuck with me now. You my nigga.
Me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat.
Yeah. Yo, he's still calling him. Oh God, he's still calling him Shifty Schiff.
Scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war.
Oh my God.
And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff.
Why
all I can say is this. He might have broken
all of that stuff that you said, man, just lifting up Putin right there. Talked all kind of crazy to our ally. Bro, I don't care what nobody say. These guys are agents, bro, and assets, bro. No fucking way, bro. No way. In my opinion. This is like, if not, this is the performance of somebody who's definitely in alliance with the other person who's been spoke of.
Deals with Obama.
My man said, he said, what if a bomb drops on your head right now? Can you believe he said that?
The laptop from it was phony. What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't okay. What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
That's some mob shit right there, yo. What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Trump been watching The Godfather, yo. He tripping, yo. He tripping.
That was a phony Hunter Biden.
He talking about his Russia case. He all over the place. We ain't even talking about Ukraine no more other than, yo, look, me and Putin got a relationship.
But it came out of Hunter Biden's was disgusting.
So he went through a lot. So he had every right to go invade this country. Let's just go invade this other country. He went through a lot. Went through a lot, and they accused him of stuff. They accused me and he and never having a relationship. And the best way I can show that we don't have a relationship is I'm going to give him everything he wants right now.
And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States.
Woo!
And your people are very brave.
So crazy. He's going crazy. He said, I empowered you to be a tough guy. I know that feeling.
Deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And
look at Zelensky face. He was like, the hell are you talking about? He was, watch his eyes change.
Problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And
it's a slight delayed reaction because keep in mind, it's translating in his mind too because he speaks another language. You're like, what?
I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal.
He said, thank you.
Or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out.
You'll fight it out. We're out. If you don't make this deal, we're out.
But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position.
But once you sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But it's not even saying it's gonna be over though. Do it. We don't get. You guys get this, and y'all just telling us he's gonna stop. He's gonna stop. What if he breaks the ceasefire? What's part of that? But you guys still get this? No, we still keep this even if he breaks. Nah.
But you're not acting at all thankful, and that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest. That's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television. I will
see. My man is always performing. I'm sorry, brother. I know I'm wrong for saying this because shout out to Doug Right Side. He said I'm out of order. Respectful. This is bad on so many levels, yo. This is bad. All right, let's get to the end of it right here. But my man definitely said it's good. It's going to be good TV. Damn sure is. Phone lines are open 404-692-1766, 404-692-1766. Call in and voice your opinion. I'll put you right in a minute. Somebody said, let me know if I send it. Okay, shout out to Frankie Blanco from the Bronx. Okay, I got that text on me. Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna check it out when I end the show. Somebody said, Trump, let's go. Okay, Bola said, this is how white folks act at the Thanksgiving dinner. Dub said, this is real nigga shit, real nigga shit. I'm gonna drop the link to him, put the link out there for the members and the regulars to the show. If I don't know you, man, please don't click the link. You gotta use the phone line, definitely. Gotta use the phone line if I don't know you. Sorry about that. And I'm gonna put it on the community tab, so make sure you guys can get it there as well. So bear with me. So I got a survey. I said, who was wrong? I see 41% for Trump, 43% for Zelensky. And by default, JD Vance is 16%. So that would be basically JD Vance and Zelensky are more. No, JD Vance and Trump are more involved because they are the Americans. So that would be 57%. All right. So that's where we at with that. So let me share this, put it back to stage. What's up, Clips?
What's happening, man? Peace. What's going on, everybody? What a show. Yeah.
What you got?
Well, basically, I want to just, this is Bob, like, okay, you brought it up, you touched on it, but let's go there. Okay, this is the same man who spent all that time, not even 6 years ago, talking about there is no quid pro quo, I don't quid pro quo, or whatever. And then you basically made this man fly from the Ukraine all the way to the White House to quid pro quo. Are you going to show him the door and disrespect him? And I really do think that how this conversation went, that it was going to go bad regardless if he signed them papers or not. You know what I'm saying? This man was going to put on a show for Putin and do the little political posturing and signaling to let people know what it is and where he's at. And that's just my read on this little interaction.
All right, what's up, Doug? Right side, talk to me.
First things first, shout out to my brother Mark. Hey, I switched cards, so we back in order. Man, Trump did what he's supposed to do. The man talked to this man from a power position. All he said was, shit, y'all not going to be able to do anything without our help, which is true. He ain't lying about that. Also bringing up, well, they these other individuals, y'all had an agreement with them. They violated the individual or the agreement, excuse me, and allowed Putin to take pieces of Ukraine previously, whether it was Joe Biden or Obama. All Trump saying is shit, hey, we ain't got no problem with it, but you got to be in order if we're gonna be continuously supporting you, and we're not even looking to support you. We want a deal that, and I know y'all say it's a Putin deal. My thing is, shit, the man tell you they ain't gonna win the war anyways without our help. And I don't know why we supporting these people because I don't. Let me.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. I want you to finish because I want you to finish. I want to respond.
No, you good. You go. Go ahead.
No, I want you to finish so I can respond in full. Cause I don't know the next thing you saying might be something different. Go ahead.
Like my last point was, you need to make a deal right now because the only way you have a chance to win is with our support, and we ain't in the business of supporting individual who not going to give us any benefit. Hence the reason the deal was signed as far as the rare earth minerals go. So, and I believe that's why the brother was there for the rare earth mineral deal, but it went into something else. But hey, I ain't got no problem. Shit, why we supported what we don't have nothing to do with them. So I don't know why we supported them anyways. But I think Trump, he absolutely in order, and you need to hold all these individuals to the fire like he did Zelensky. I ain't got no problem with it.
All right, that's what you got for the people. Dub right side. Mark must be a little bit busy.
Oh, my mic was muted. I got it. I think I believe he was trying to trying to get assurances. Like, hey, look, okay, we want a ceasefire too, but since when did you guys getting our rare minerals forever? Okay, what comes with a ceasefire? Okay, you want that? Cool, but do we have a guarantee that we have a ceasefire? You want to sign this mineral deal and give you guys this without any military support. Like part of Ukraine, the deal that we had with them was give up your nukes and we'll protect you from Russia. And that's what was supposed to been happening. And that's what's been happening. But then all of a sudden Putin is just keep taking over piece by piece of their country. Where's the American support? You want us to sign another ceasefire with you guys, this time giving up our rare minerals forever, but we can't get in a nail. You're not going to give us no military support. It's no guarantee. You're giving us nothing. So we're giving you everything and we get nothing. And that's not, that just doesn't seem like a good deal. They could have a ceasefire Okay, and for just the rest of my presidency, it could be like that. A 2-year ceasefire. Tell this dude, look, boom, 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 don't attack them no more until for another 2 years or 3 years and change. 4-year deal. I want to be out of there. And if a Democrats get elected, shit, go in there and do what you do again. Shit, we ain't got nothing locked in stone with them people. That's not a good deal. But I digress. Let me play this super chat. Then I'm gonna go to Steven next. Excuse me. Epoxy Magic. He said, man, Panama is shut. Canada is shut. Mexico president said fool. He said F you. He said he rounded up Maria and Juan that cuts grass, but not the gangsters. He's making a bag gumbo. Talking about Donald Trump. Let me give him the drop.
A 10. A 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
I better. Sorry about that. Epoxy Magic. But go ahead, Stephen S. What you got for this Zelensky Trump chaos in the Oval Office? Who you think was at fault? What went wrong? Give me, what's your take?
Salute, bro. I think it was Trump and Vance. Vance was the instigator. Trump is responsible for this because he's the president. And I'm trying to think of all your questions, but yesterday was a disgrace the way he treated that man in the Oval Office, bro. That discussion was supposed to be not in front of cameras. That's number one. So we know Trump. Okay, yeah, we get it. He does everything for TV, right? But my understanding is Trump is a Russian asset. So, and what he was doing was he was putting on a performance for the man in Moscow. That's what this was. This was a performance to show his loyalty to the man that he's been loyal to since he was president the first time. My understanding is he's been a Russian asset since the 80s. And, I would defer to Clips on this, but I'm pretty sure Clips has heard this too. His children have been in the Eastern Europe with the first wife. Remember, he's only had Eastern European wives. Trump is what you call a UI, a useful idiot in the espionage world. They turned this guy decades ago. That's why you see him joining, what was it, the UN decision? They voted against a resolution to support Ukraine in New York in the UN. That happened like a week ago or a couple days ago. And joined the axis of evil. What we're seeing before our eyes, I know the American people are sleepwalking and they're slowly waking up at these town halls, and that's good. But this is a very high level international relations discussion going on, and I appreciate you putting it on and like producing it for the masses, because we're seeing right now on display who this man really is and who he's loyal to, and it's not the American people. He doesn't care about none of y'all, and including all those that voted for him that still have Trump flags all up in their farms and stuff. He doesn't care about you. He thinks the people that voted for him, his base, are trash. He said it. On January 6th, he's like, oh, I wish they weren't looking so trashy, though. I wish they weren't so trashy. And you know what word precedes trash, right? So this dude is a disaster. Okay, we already know he broke all decorums and norms in the Oval Office, people not wearing suits. Zelensky's at war. Dude, does anybody know Ukrainians personally? Ukrainians are very friendly and nice people.
Well, people
and they're
are people.
very. Pardon me?
People are people.
Okay, fine. People are people. My anecdotal experience, Ukrainians.
They have crime in Ukraine, like they have murders there, like everybody else got murders. People.
Agreed. I agree. Human beings are human beings, but as you can see, this man.
So we can pass it around and get everybody else back involved too.
Yes, well, that was my point. What you saw was an uncivilized savage as president, and this is what the American people like.
All right, let me get this first call. Caller, what's your name? Where you from?
Huh?
Caller, what's your name? Where you from?
Well, my name's Tom.
Talk to me. What you got? You got something to add to the topic?
Yeah, I believe Trump's doing the right thing, though.
Tell me more.
I feel like, like the U.S. gave a lot of money for them, so it's like, he's like enough stepping up to the plate, being like, nah, y'all, we ain't giving y'all that money, he's doing right for the people. And Zelenskyy ain't having it because there ain't no more buying in the house.
What about the money that we give to Israel?
Yeah, that too. I mean, but it all has.
We're not stopping that though. We're giving them more money, and they actually have defeated their enemy. They won that war, and we still giving them money, and we're gonna send troops over there to sweep the bomb. He was like, "Man, I don't want to talk about that." He hung up. That's cool. All right, it's open to everybody. Go ahead, Clips.
So I see that JD Vance must have called you because, like JD Vance, you like to throw your opinions and your talking points out there, but facts are disrespectful. No, I'm talking about the caller. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he hung up. He gone.
He did the JD Vance on you. He threw his shit out there, but the minute you start, I ain't trying to hear that shit, nigga. No, fuck your facts, nigga. I got my opinion, and it's how I feel about it. And goddamn it. He's like, look at the stupid shit. We won the election by a mandate. Even though we could have that conversation. But okay, you won the election. But let's be honest.
I'm still here to respond, Clips. I'm here to respond.
Yeah, it's open to everybody. Everybody don't get that opening statements like
no, I'm not talking about you personally. But yeah, y'all want to keep talking about this man. Is this really what you, if this is really what you want, just remember, everybody, if this is what you want, all right, this is what you want. And so for you people who are supporting this, and this is the type of behavior and the type of shit you want to see, I'm with you for applauding. Now, if you're going to try to hit me with talking points and don't want to hear no facts back, well, then that's crazy.
All right, go ahead, Doug.
I ain't got no problem hearing nothing that you. Hey, and I love to hear the conversation. All I'm gonna say is when it comes to this situation, as Mark brought up with the caller, I don't think we should be giving no damn money to Israel. I disagree with that as well. And my whole thing, man, we can't be the police of the world. We got enough problems in this damn country our damn self. So we can't police everybody else. We need to worry about what's going on over here. And so when that man said, "Hey, I want to stop it," now I need the rare earth minerals. And Mark, I heard what you said about that. My whole thing is, well, what have they been doing? What has Ukraine ever done for the United States? Nothing. So why are we giving them money? Why are we protecting them? They out of order. And, go ahead. I know you got a call. Go ahead.
No, we'll come right back to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give them 2 minutes on the clock. Caller, what's your name? Where you from?
Leroy, Brooklyn, New York.
Leroy from Brooklyn, New York. BK style. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
Right here, brother. Right here.
All right, 2 minutes on the clock. Go ahead.
Okay. We sent a lot of, when I say we, I say America, I say Biden and everyone else, sent a lot of money to the Ukraine, billions upon billions upon billions. That money could have been used right here in the United States. We're so much for supporting everywhere else in the world. Ukraine has money. They have it. When are they going to pay it back? How are they going to pay it back? Where I come from, when you loan money, you get it back. You either get that money back or you go sell that ass if you have to. They have something of value. They have something of value. They have those minerals. If you want peace, you'll go for peace. He said he wants money. That's all I got. We got to stop going against the real people that's doing for us. They lied to the American public, and we are so hooked on Ukraine. When Donald Trump said, "Make America great again," I'm American. I served 10 years in the United States Marine Corps. So I put my life on the line for this place. I will support no other country before I support my own. That's what I got to say. We got to stop hating on that man that's saying, "I'm doing for America." We got to stop hating on that dude. That's all I got. Appreciate it.
The same man who, the same man, Leroy.
Can I? Oh, go ahead.
He never fought in the. He made up an excuse not to go to war. This man has never fought in any war.
I don't know what any of that has to do with him saying that
what are you talking about? He has no military experience. He's got no military experience, bro, and he talks like a madman. And people that have been to war don't talk like madmen because they've been to war. They have trauma. These guys are playing games with our lives in the Oval Office. JD Vance, I don't respect his military record either. This guy doesn't look like he's been on any front line. All of us have family military. I have family that went to Ukraine. These guys are playing tough guys. These are beta males. These are not alpha males. This is not real manhood.
All right, hold on. We're gonna pass around. We gotta keep our monologues to a distance. Let me take some of these calls. Caller, what's your name? Where you from?
Levi Donald Trump.
All right, talk to me. What's up?
Viva Donald Trump.
All right, well, I appreciate the
He's
call.
doing good for America.
Okay, there you go. All right. Well, I appreciate you. I think that's the same guy, man. He might be on them. There we go. This is my caller. What's your name? Where you from?
Shut the fuck up, nigger. The fuck up, nigger.
Why not? Why? No, you shut the fuck up. See, he hung up. Don't hang up. See, I can take it.
They JD Vance, they gonna throw their bombs, but you can't hit back.
But look, this don't say. Look, what does this say about the base, though? You see what I'm saying? The right side.
I did. Hey, that man out of order, man. I ain't got no. Hey,
okay.
And real quick, for him not to come up and say some bullshit like that, and not to even make a. Hey, that man out of order. I ain't got no problem calling it. I call it a spade.
Yeah. Okay. Foodie said, call him back.
Yeah, let's blow him up. Let's call him. You shut the fuck up.
Should I call him back?
Let's be petty.
Call him back.
Hey, by the way, before we get into any more of this heavy stuff, everybody, did y'all wish Mark a happy belated birthday?
Nah, it's cool.
No, man, because this is birthday.
Man, hold on, wait a minute.
I did.
Happy belated birthday. I apologize. I missed it.
I did in the chat.
I apologize.
Look. Y'all not telling me happy birthday did not make me die, okay? Now, or get sick or nothing.
We got love and respect for you. So
if that took a year off of if that took a year off every life that I might get later, or I'll be looking for all the happy birthdays I can get.
But I just want to remind people that, while we talking about this serious thing, listen now, we are a neighborhood. We know who the members are. We know who the neighbors are. We know who the visitors are. And we know who the weirdos who are only here because of that name they saw in the headlines. And we know what they're here to do. Let's stay focused, y'all, and have a good show. Dub, I know where you stand. You know where I stand. But at the end of the day, you're a black man, you're an American. We know where we are with it. Let's not let these people get distracted. Let's stay focused. Mark, you got it.
Nah, go ahead. Pass it around. Let Dub finish getting his bars off because the phone cut him off.
Nah, I don't even. All I was saying was at the end of the day, I just think that we done did so much for other countries, and these countries ain't did nothing for us. And at some point in time, I think, man, hey, we need that back. We need all that back, and we need to stop doing for other. We need to focus on what we got going on over here. Because
where was that energy for Russia though? We don't have that. I mean, where's that energy with them? Like, we don't talk to that. I've never seen them talk to Putin like that. Where's that energy for Benjamin Yahoo? He pulled a chair out for Benjamin Yahoo.
No, and once again, I want to say real quick, Mark, I disagree with the way that any American president that I've been alive to see deals with Israel. We give them way too damn much, and I'm gonna be quiet. I don't even know what the purpose is of what we giving them. So I ain't got respect for that. I think we need to stop policing the damn world and worry about what's going on in this country, in my personal opinion.
All right, shout out to Leroy from Brooklyn. I see you in the chat, homie. Appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing to the show. Stephen Ed's Clips, y'all jump in.
Well, I just want to say this. I want to talk to the selective outrage and the true xenophobic tones that we're hearing from these people. Like, you have people who say, well, Israel, they're fighting a war for us. Well, what the Ukraine was supposed to be doing? Like, yeah, so what's the difference? Oh, they're killing brown people and they're killing non-Christians. So basically your thing is you're not trying to look at a true stable geopolitical peace as much as you are trying to institute a geopolitical right-wing Christian ideology upon the world and basically enslave the world to that. And as long as you'll call that freedom, but anything else that doesn't reflect your personal ideologies is somehow terroristic or whatever. Now that's crazy. I wouldn't even say that as a Christian or non-Christian. If you could stand so firmly on that hill but without acknowledging the hypocrisy, that is kind of crazy for me. And that's to any individual. You know, Ukraine, the reason why Ukraine is important, like the one brother from Brooklyn who said he was a Marine, he should know that, yeah, the whole reason why they are an independent state is that we promised them protection.
But hold on. Even though we promised them protection, why are they important to us?
Because we were stopping Russian advance. Because yes, Russia has
because.
Steven.
Thank you.
Hold on. You said because
no,
we were
stopping.
Brother.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I want to be clear. You said Ukraine is important because we were stopping. What you keep? I don't know. You said Ukraine was important because we utilized them to stop Russian advancement.
Yes, Ukraine and several other Eastern countries who broke off from the Russian bloc after the fall of the USSR in the mid '80s. They were there. They had nuclear capabilities. They had all this stuff. That's why we always see the crisis of a silo got attacked by Russian drones. Because yes, that was a hotbed. That whole powder keg. They used to call it the powder keg of Europe.
And that's what makes them important to us.
Let me explain it. Let me try it. Go ahead. Okay. Let me try it. Dub. They had nuclear weapons, right? They was a part of the Soviet Union. They broke away from the Soviet Union because of an agreement with us. Hey, look, if you get away from the Soviet Union, this back in 1991, we will support you. We get, you guys ain't making no more nuclear weapons. You're not with the Soviet Union. That weakens, what ended up, what is Russia now. You get what I'm saying? So come over here with us. We're going to take care of you. We're going to keep you safe. We are allies. We invested in your success because we know these people are our enemies. Does that make sense, Doug?
I understand what you're saying. My thing is that deal was made, correct me if I'm wrong, under the first Bush. And that wasn't the first Bush?
Yeah, I said, yeah, but what's the problem, though?
Well, my thing is...
That we haven't held up to.
Well, my thing is, we don't owe it. Even with that deal being made when it was made, we don't owe them a damn thing right now.
You made a deal. Give up your nuclear weapons where you can't protect yourself. You get what I'm saying? Now you can't protect yourself because you got nukes and they got nukes and we all got nukes. You gave up your nukes. You got. What you mean? Dub, if I tell you, give me your gun, we at war, but give me your gun and I'm going to keep you safe. And now people shooting at you. I'm like, hey, look, bro, shit, you on your own. I don't owe you nothing. Hey, look, what you mean?
Now, I look at it a little different. The way I look at it is if your homeboy was running something a minute ago, if he said I got protection and then you took over and started running it, I gotta do a deal with you. The deal that I had with him, that don't hold up and it don't stand. That's how I look at it.
By your logic, every treaty that's made should be
every 4 years. Every new president, we gotta revisit every treaty.
But this wasn't a treaty. If hold on, wait. If you can provide documentation, hold on, wait a minute.
They left the Soviet Union. It's bigger than a treaty. You're right. We left the Soviet Union under the pretext that America would do what America is doing. So when you say, why are we doing it? Bro, because we had an agreement since 1991 and we still having problems with this guy.
And the Soviet Union is no longer in operation. Russia
Yes,
isn't
but
the Soviet.
Putin has imperial ambitions.
Hold on. All right, go ahead, sir.
He wants to bring back the old Soviet Union.
According to you,
it's not according to me.
Man, that man has said that. That man has said that so many times throughout his political.
Show me the clip.
I no. You go do your own research. I'm not sending you no clip.
Go ahead, Stephen.
No, I'm sorry. You go do your own research. Okay, I'm not sending you anything. Okay, the man has.
If you can't support your argument, why?
I'm about.
I don't want him to stop speaking. I'll try to find it. But I don't want him to stop speaking just to have to do a Google right now.
Thank you, Dub. That is so disingenuous because there's so many things you said, Dub, that I could have been like, show me an actual tape what that is, because a lot of you. I mean,
I'll go find the clip. I'll go find it.
Let's keep the conversation going right now. I'll do the clip finding, man. But let's just continue. For the sake of argument, go ahead.
I'm not going to be long-winded. I just want to. You can't have a country invade another country and they get away with it. It's bad. It's a bad precedent.
That's not our job to stop that. We don't control the world.
Yes, it is, because
police the world.
America is a democracy. It's part of the global order against authoritarian regimes. You can't let dictators do whatever they want. There's a global international order that has to be maintained.
Then let them maintain it. Let the globe maintain it. It ain't our job. Let them maintain it.
The U.S. has the military power. No other country compares to U.S. military power. There is no international police. There's no 911 for international law. We have to rely on the U.S.
No.
That's why the United Nations is in New York.
There is no 911, and no, we don't have. They're used to relying on the U.S. We don't have to. They're used to it. And Trump, what is going on right now? This man is saying we need to get out of all of this. We shouldn't be a part of none of the nonsense going on, and any of the damn that. And then even when according to you, when Trump goes in and say, okay, we're gonna try to shut this war down, but we need these type of guarantees from you if we're gonna support you, because hell, you're losing the war. Y'all say, well, he can't ask for them. He can't ask for them guarantees. He out of order now. But he's supposed to, but the U.S. supposed to go and police the world with them not giving anything back. You out of order, man. That don't work in any civilization. If you give, and I go into the mob specifically. What did they give for money? They gave protection for money. So in this situation, you saying that we're supposed to be protecting these folks for free? You out of order.
Well, if you understand the history of geopolitical politics, you don't protect people for free. You protect your interests. Okay?
We don't have an interest in Ukraine. We don't have an interest.
Don't you cut me off. Don't start that. Okay. So you protect national interests. And foreign affairs affect national interests. Never in the history of America or any great nation has isolationism been a productive ideology. In fact, isolationism always leads into the decline. Now, it might give you a boom because you get that nationalistic, pride in our country, and you try to nationalize everything, but then you find yourself cut off from the global economy. Hence what we have done to foreign nations for decades now. I mean, literally almost 200-something years, we have perfected the art of that. That's why North Korea, Iran, and all like that, you can't isolate yourself and get cut off from the global economy. And we're saying we're America, we're the greatest thing. We can't get cut off. Yes, we can. Especially if we no longer are honoring our treaties, especially if things that for so long have been sacrosanct, like NATO, is now just like, no, because if this president's in office, he's going to say, I don't give a goddamn about your NATO, what y'all got for me individually. He doesn't want to talk to a European bloc where he comes up with a deal and a treaty and understanding with a whole region. He wants to talk to each country individually and make a side deal with each country individually, not based off of what is best for America, but based off of, well, how can I profit? How can me and my personal interest profit? This is not in the best interest of our nation. Long term. No, it's not. No.
Right. And the national interest is the only purpose of a state. The purpose of a state is to survive, which means maintaining its national interest. There is no 911 for in the international relations. The most powerful military in the world is the U.S. It's within the U.S. interest to support, and not just Ukraine, but other countries, to prevent chaos and war coming to its homeland. And the whole ocean reference from Zelensky, that's because America is considered a preserved nation. The Atlantic and Pacific Oceans protect America geographically from an attack. That's what he was referring to, except for Pearl Harbor. And we all know Pearl Harbor may have been whatever, if we want to go into the conspiracy realm, they allowed it to happen or what have you. But that was the only attack from overseas. America is geographically positioned because of those two oceans on its side. It's very hard to attack America. And I think that's what Zelensky was referring to when he made that ocean remark. So America, I agree, you cannot be the world's policeman, but you cannot isolate, like in the 1920s, the 1920s. Whenever America was just, we're not going to war. America jumped into World War I and World War II late.
So if Ukraine is taken over by Russia, do you think that anybody else would actually really care? Because you're talking about isolating ourselves, right? I don't think that Ukraine is that damn important, like to where everybody else would be like, oh, okay, well, now you know what? Like, we can't even fuck with America now because
I disagree with you, brother, because
you're taking over.
Ukraine is the litmus test. Ukraine is the litmus test to whether or not NATO is going to withstand in this century. As you know, Russia has been encroaching upon Ukraine incrementally since the last 2 years of George W. Bush.
Who cares?
Yeah, but this is the thing.
Dub, don't do that, Dub. Dub. Ain't gonna do that, Dub. Quit cutting me off just to say random dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll pass the mic to you, but don't do that, man. I don't do that to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, Ukraine, they've been testing them since the last 2 years of George W. Bush. And the NATO and the European community has looked at America suspect since Barack Obama's presidency, because no, we didn't do shit as Putin came and took Crimea, as Putin was doing whatever. We said, oh, that's fucked up. Oh, we put economic sanctions and whatever, but we didn't do nothing. And the whole thing about our bond with Western Europe was to protect them from Soviet aggression. Now we don't have economic or political aggression. We have actual physical aggression, actual war being committed by the Soviets on a nation. Remember, once they're in Ukraine, if people don't understand how a map is, Poland's right there, Finland's right. These are NATO countries. We've already had a whole bunch of, man, you know what? Them drones landed in Poland. Them drones landed in Finland in this Ukraine conflict, which could bring us to the edge of war. So to just roll over and say, hey, you know what, give us some minerals and work that out with Putin, that's not going to work with Europe, who are also nuclear capable countries. And if you think you're just going to let Putin just roll through Europe and the rest of these countries are going to just bow down too, because we bow down to him, No. So bowing down to Russia is not the way for peace. Actually, that could escalate us to war. We need to hold the line and keep him there.
I don't think so. I think that that we should stay out of other people's business. And this is the thing too. Look, we shouldn't move until Putin touches something that has to do with NATO. That's the only time. Like with all these other countries, just let the motherfuckers fight. Just let them fight it out, bro. Like, just let them fight it out. And until he touches NATO.
Oh man, he dropped, man. I'm sorry.
He dropped off, bro.
Long back in. But yeah, just
when he gets back in, I was gonna, yeah.
But yeah, just
go ahead.
Thank you. But yeah, to talking about just wait till he attacks a NATO country, that's counterintuitive. So if the whole reason of the alliance is to prevent something from happening, you mean your methodology to do that is to wait for something to happen to do something when the whole nature of the alliance is to prevent it?
Hey, Clips, you know, the greatest thing is even before this whole situation happened, when Trump went and gave his speech, what did he say to those quote unquote NATO allies? Y'all out of order because y'all right now, y'all delinquent on your spending for the supposed support that y'all are asking for from NATO. Y'all delinquent right now. Hold on, let me finish. So if you need our support, then you need to be in order and spend the money accordingly. Spend as any other country is going to spend. So you in order as far as the spending goes for NATO. And the biggest thing is the one country, not the one, because there were, I believe, somewhere between 4 to 7 countries that weren't out of order as far as spending goes. But the one country that was spending more than anybody else is the United States, and we're protecting Europe for what? Against what? What are we protecting them against? And why do they deserve our protection? Hold on. How do they deserve our protection? No, y'all out of order, man. We need protection over here. We need to have that money that's being put over into what NATO has going on. That money should be spent in the United States. It should be spent on the people of the United States because these are the tax dollars. These are the tax dollars payers. These are y'all dollars, my dollars that go into these different individuals. So I think that money need to be spent over here. I don't give a damn about protecting anything they got going over there, regardless of what country it is, whether it's Ukraine, whether it's Germany. I don't give a damn about none of them.
No, we gotta protect NATO.
Why are we protecting these people?
We gotta protect NATO. We got to. Allies, man.
I disagree with it. Well, if they ain't gonna pay, if they're not gonna be in order, and they're not gonna be contributing to their own protection the way that the United States is, why are we protecting them?
We gonna get that back.
Well, and if we get it back, that's one thing. But all I'm asking is when you say we gotta support NATO, if they're not supporting their damn self, why are we supporting them?
Shit, because they owe us a debt. I don't know shit.
Doug. See, Doug, that's a narrative, bro. That's some damn TV talking point shit right there. You need allies, bro.
Yeah, bro.
America isn't this superpower just because we're a superpower. We're a superpower because we have allies, bro. Mm-hmm. Global allies, and we have interests all over the country. And all over the world. I mean, all over the world, Craig. All over that continent. So you need allies, bro. Like, we can't just say what we need them for. And like, we can just what we're gonna do, Doug. You really want to have a world war with America against everybody?
I didn't say that.
No, that's what you allude to when you say, why do we need them?
No, what I said was if they're not going to put up the spending to protect themselves.
They do, though, Doug.
They're literally delinquent. They're literally delinquent.
Doug, but being delinquent and being behind on your payments, my nigga, we are in debt to China right now.
Man, we owe China. We haven't paid our bills.
Y'all see how the argument changed?
No, Doug. I'm giving you a comparative point.
Man,
I'm giving you a comparative point. No, I'm not out of order. Don't wear it out, man. Don't wear it out, man.
China don't. How does China protect us? What does China give us?
Who said China? You said China quote unquote protected us.
There's a difference in being delinquent with China versus being delinquent with NATO when these individuals utilize NATO to protect themselves. It's a difference.
And who has okay, Doug. I'm gonna come back to that, Doug, because there's other people trying to jump in. But Doug, you do realize what's the importance of NATO, correct?
I think you have a much better understanding than I do.
Okay, let's pass it around. Go ahead, Foodie, and then because she just got here, let's Foodie get her bars off.
Peace to the chat.
Shout out to my sister,
channel.
man.
Peace to everybody.
She about to cuss me out, but shout out to my sister.
No, I'm not. I'm here to learn because, over the years I've just picked up bits and pieces, but I respect Mark and Clips. You guys know a lot more about geopolitics than I do, but I do agree on a lot of points as far as allies. We need allies.
Definitely.
And that's the whole point. It's like you can't sit there and just let people fight it out and then just wait and then we react, because prevention is the best form of medicine. You need to prevent things from happening and escalating to a point where we have to take over our troops over there and fight a war. Then we'll have to really fight a war and spend way more money than we can lose a lot of lives that we could have prevented losing in the first place. You may look at the Ukraine as a small country that doesn't matter, but like Clip said, that's a litmus test. If you let Russia steamroll over them, then who else? You know what I'm saying? And then who else are their allies that are against our best interests? I understand Dub saying, oh, well, we need to spend more money. We need to bring that money back to the United States. But, I mean, a lot of the things I'm going to say have been made. Like Mark was saying, we owe countries. The debt ceiling, I mean, we don't have debt just because we spent too much money in America. We borrowed a lot of money that we haven't paid back or we can't pay back. That's kind of the whole point of the federal government trying to shrink the government so that we can pay down, the debt and all that kind of stuff. We borrow money. America has a lot of money, but we borrow money as well. But, I digress. I feel like we really need to watch out for our allies. Do we spend a lot of money in places that we don't need to? Yeah, but there's a way of going about pulling back and getting the money back. I feel like, you need to be careful about how quickly you pull back out of things. You can't just do it abruptly. So go ahead, I'm listening and I'm learning.
So, yes, we do need allies, right? But this is the thing. I don't think that we should be involved in anything that has anything to do with Ukraine. So Ukraine does have like two allies, like I believe it's like South Korea or somebody, I can't fucking remember, but anyways, I think that what they need to do is that they need to get with whoever is their ally, and they need to figure this shit out. We don't need to be fighting anything. We shouldn't have anything to do with any of that unless Putin touches anybody in NATO. Because really, like, nobody fucks with Ukraine, bro. Like they are so like corrupt, like, and it's been like that for years. Like, we have corruption here, like, but there's nothing on the level of fucking like Ukraine. Like, they shit is terrible over there. I think that we should just stay out of it. I think that Donald Trump should corruption pull all happens. That funding.
Who is America to call anybody corrupt? You about to make me play the Farrakhan speech.
No, we definitely are corrupt.
Wherever corruption, America should be quiet. You should be silent, Mr. Kevin.
But they aren't even like a part of, NATO at all. Nobody fucks with them. Like, it's just a country that's just out there, just like whatever. So and then they run into issues like inside. Like, and then it turns into, okay, you know what, America, and then it turns into America save us. It's like, no, nigga, fuck y'all. Like,
so, Kev, what happens if somebody try to take over Japan? You don't think America gonna get involved and they shouldn't get involved? If China tried to take, if China tried to take over, I'm gonna just ask you a question. If China tried to take over Japan right now, should America get involved?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because we actually trade a lot with Japan. So you're actually on the right fucking up our shit. My bad, Mark. Like, can I cuss over here? I'm just over cussing away.
Brother, do you know where we come from?
Very likely.
Brother, do you know where we come from?
Understand this, kid. But Kev, but my point is, it's not because of the trade. Hold up, sir. Let me say this real quick, Kev. We're supposed to help them not because they have things that we want. We're supposed to help them because that's what we agreed to when we told them, "Hey, you can't have an army no more." After we gave them that nuclear bomb twice, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, we said, "Hey, look, part of the deal is because y'all killed the people, so many people, and the way y'all killed them, you can't have an army anymore." And we shut that shit down, but we'll give you protection. So when no different, so we took away the power from Ukraine, told them to give us their nukes. They gave us their nukes. We can help them. Now, part of the reason that they're not in NATO is because that would look like an aggression and advance on Russia, and now we will be at war with Russia. So no, we're not gonna let you guys in NATO, but we're gonna give you some protection, which is kind of weird because it's no secret that we're giving them protection.
Well, see, that's the whole thing about NATO. NATO's got its Article 5. Any act against a NATO nation is an act against the law. Okay, so certain countries like Ukraine, Georgia, some of them different Estonias, all like that. The Uzbekistans, Turkmenistans, all them weird little countries that broke off from the Soviet bloc. No, they were not allowed into NATO, but we said we'd protect them because they're leaving the Soviet bloc. Just as that's what. One thing that Trump is saying that I kind of do agree with was when Biden started getting a little whatever with trying to bring Ukraine into NATO as far as a means of ending the war. No, that was probably not going to go down, whatever, because once Ukraine came into NATO with an active war going on with Russia, then instantly, as soon as those papers were signed, that all of Europe now has to go to war against Russia. So these border countries, although we must protect them, no, we don't want them in NATO, but we don't want them with Russia. We turned the powder keg of Europe into a safe zone, and that is why the 80s and 90s ended global war and conflict within Europe, was because we had a buffer zone with Ukraine being a big piece of. So yes, Ukraine is very important, even though you can't see it right in front of your face. Ukraine has been very important because it has been a buffer zone. A place where, hey, we're not going to infringe too much on their stuff, but we're going to make sure that you, Russia, can't infringe on their stuff, and hopefully this country can be sovereign and independent. We're trying to support their democracy, and because of the oligarchs and everything that are still in Ukraine and from their ties to Russia, Ukraine has found democratization to be a painful process. There have been rife with corruption long before Zelensky, long before whatever, but that doesn't stop the principle of keeping that buffer within Central Europe.
I got you.
And I've heard reports that the corruption has been stomped out, or they're trying to stomp it out since they've been getting U.S. aid. And folks have to study something called soft power, which is what USAID was. There's soft power, where you try to prevent the bullets from flying in the first place. Or like the CIA and State Department and all these things are making contacts and trying to get into war zones and make contact with warlords and get food to vulnerable people so they don't flood the United States across their borders and don't bring terrorists across the... Y'all gotta understand, there's a lot of work that's done beforehand, before a terrorist attack even happens in the United States. Right. I'll always remember 9/11 because I was in high school and I was in a different country that time, but I cried for America when I saw people jumping out of the World Trade Center. Okay, because I had family in New York and what have you. So the world cried for America. We're trying to prevent another 9/11 or worse. There's a lot of things that happen that Americans don't know. The U.S. government is stopping terrorist attacks every day. They're stopping aggression from foreign powers every day. We just don't see it. We don't know about it. And all these firings and what's going on, it's terrible. You cannot treat international relations like a New York friggin' real estate deal. You don't run government like a corporate, like a private business. This man is incompetent. He's not going to last. The American people are angry. I'm looking at these town halls, and I'm hearing arguments that are transactional. That's not how you run geopolitics. Ukraine provides wheat to the world, bread, slices of bread that you eat every morning. We're talking about eggs. What about bread? Stop it.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen X. I was getting ready to say it's more than lithium. Ukraine is the third or maybe the fourth biggest global bread producer, and honestly, since this conflict in Ukraine, you've seen a huge impact on the world food supply because Ukraine, that's one of its bigger imports, is exporting its wheat. It's supposed to be. We've got to be careful with these. Like I said in the chat, we got Taiwan. Taiwan's another country that is a litmus test. It is a litmus test for Chinese aggression, just like Ukraine and the countries of the former Soviet bloc are litmus tests to Russian aggression. Okay? Honestly, and then Russia and China looks at our relationships with Canada and Mexico in the same way. Because, as some of you Trump people in the chat keep pointing out, Russia touches our United States. Yes. And so, yes, Russia, yes, Alaska and Russia touch. So all of a sudden, let's say we want to make Canada our 51st state. I think that's what's been said. So you think Russia would be comfortable with us just annexing Canada to where now we have all, and we're right there, and we still ain't on no terms? So no, we cannot allow them to roll through Ukraine, because regardless, even if American people, the basic citizens, say we don't give a fuck about Ukraine, that's over there. That's why Zelensky said you've got this broad ocean. Europe, our allies, who we are tied to economically in so many other ways, they will have to be forced to do something. And just like we saw at every time in our history where we tried to be isolationist, eventually we're going to have to get into the fray. So to quote Foodie, prevention. You know what I'm saying? I would like a geopolitical strategy that's all about preventing things than running around trying to get payola and avenging shit. Oh, well, if this happens, we'll do this. Right. That's the problem with it in the first place. If you launch a nuke, I'll launch a nuke. No,
you don't want to be reactionary, because by the time you react to something, it's too late. It's just like in World War II, or with Hitler. You know what I'm saying? It's like by the time we were really ready to recognize it, there had been so much fucking damage that had gone on. Like, oh, that's over there in Europe. No, they're lying. That's not what's really going on. And then we said, oh fuck, we can't let this shit happen. We're trying to prevent shit like that from happening. And can somebody answer? Trump is many times, and other people many times have mentioned World War III. What would be what would ignite World War III in regards to the conversation that we're having between Russia and Ukraine? Like, how would that be initiated?
I think that it would be initiated if Russia had touched anybody in NATO. I think that right there will start World War III. But this Ukraine situation,
but the problem is, and I wouldn't disagree with that, and I agree with what you say as far as Russia touching a NATO country. Russia has been very careful to make sure that what have they been taking over? They've been taking over pieces of the Ukraine since the Obama era. So all I'm saying is, if they've made sure that it doesn't seem like they're looking for World War III. I don't see that. And if you want to call me a Putin apologist, all right, I guess that's what I am. But I don't see none of that. Matter of fact, what I've seen is them have the same mission that they have for a long time to go reclaim. And even when you talk to individuals in Ukraine, they speak on the pieces that have been taken back. And a lot of those pieces are what? They're Russian citizens that have always been and actually lean
They're
toward.
not Russian citizens.
All right, that's fine. You're right. They're not.
Well,
Armenia, Crimea,
I couldn't
and all
even.
those types.
Yeah,
Well, a lot of the
broke
people
away from the
that
Soviet
are in these
Union.
countries do speak Russian.
Dub, I wasn't trying to get at you. I just wanted to correct that. They're not Russian citizens. But the thing is, many of the peoples of that region are Slavic peoples.
I wasn't trying to get at you, but I'm gonna talk over you.
Someone said that they don't speak the same language. Yeah, they don't have.
They're Slavic peoples. That goes back to some Bronze Age Nordic shit. They're Slavic peoples, so they have a shared tradition and shared ancestry. But but Ukraine wanted to leave Russia. We don't say that. You could have said it was maybe. You could even say it was maybe Western influence and Western agitators who got those countries to leave. But Ukraine is one of many countries who left the Soviet Union.
Armenia. We have a lot of Armenians out here in
Georgia.
California.
Yeah, we got a lot of Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan.
Crimea, Uzbekistan. Yeah.
Yeah, all the stand countries.
Right.
Yeah, all the stands used to be Russia.
Yeah. Where we get our boxers.
You know what I'm saying? He's doing that to Ukraine because Ukraine is the one country that is from the former Soviet bloc that touches 2 and 3 multiple NATO countries, to where if he can get some land there, and like you said, since Obama era, he's been constantly inching over that red line, seeing how much he can get away with, and he pretty much he's done it with no resistance. Now he's getting a green light. Trump's not resisting like Biden and Obama did. Trump saying, shit, man, go ahead and do your thing. As a matter of fact, before you do your thing, let me squeeze this little nigga, see what I can get out of him.
I have a question that kind of pertains to this because, like Zelensky, he had mentioned, he said something about the oceans, and we can all have, our interpretation as to what he meant about, America. We don't, we got the whole 2 oceans on the side. I don't know what exactly he meant by it, and saying like, yeah, you'll feel it in the future. I don't know exactly what he meant, but I've heard Trump say I've heard him say a lot of goofy shit that I feel is goofy. But what do you guys feel about Trump's comment? I can't remember when it was, saying that he wants to consider the cartels down there in Mexico terrorist groups. And the reason why I asked that is because I live in California. And I said, when I mentioned this on another channel, I think it was Reggie's channel, I said, if he does that shit, I'm definitely getting the fuck out of America. And I've never been one talking about, oh, during the Trump administration, I'm going to leave because I haven't thought about it. But that's too close. And the reason why I say that is because we don't have to deal with a lot of the wars that are going on because they're overseas, right? Like as Americans, we haven't really had to touch war because it hasn't been on our land in our lifetimes, and hasn't been that close. None in Canada, none in Mexico. But if we declare them as a terrorist group, the cartel is not just in Mexico; they're in America. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you guys feel about him doing that? Do you think that's a good decision for him to declare them a terrorist group and to have American troops going down there and fighting them?
Good question. Dub, you go first. Let me hear what you got.
I think it's a fantastic thing. Actually, what we just saw happen, if you look it up, Trump actually utilized classifying the cartels as terrorist organizations, and went over to Mexico and pulled out, I believe it was 29. Correct me if I'm wrong, look it up. But I believe he pulled out 29 of the top individuals in certain cartels and brought them to the United States for prosecution. This is a good thing. I ain't got no problem with it. Why not? Why shouldn't they be prosecuted accordingly? So I don't know. I let me know if I answered your question. I hope I did. If I didn't, if I'm wrong.
Well, it's not. Well, to be fair, Dub, that's once you label somebody a terrorist, you have different rules of engagement versus just grabbing somebody and calling them like prosecuting them to the full extent of the law.
Right.
Once I label you a terrorist, you don't have certain rights, or I don't have certain rules of engagement to get you. I don't even have to come get you and prosecute you. I could just blow you up and kill you wherever you at. you're a terrorist.
Exactly.
But that's not what we've seen. What we've seen.
No,
is
no,
them
no. I'm not saying
go
what we've seen. I'm going by her question. Her question was, how do you feel about them being labeled as a terrorist group? But I got your answer nonetheless. Go ahead, Stephen X.
I always be the. Never mind.
No, I thought you was done. You did answer the question, right?
Yeah,
Duh.
he said that
Absolutely,
he thought it was a good
absolutely.
idea and that he just gone over that. We heard you, Dub. I don't
Yeah,
know
and
why
I,
you-
re-
I like
and
it
I
too.
replied to that, and I'm transitioning to the next person. I thought you answered them for. I want everybody to get a chance to answer a question because if we go too long-winded on it, everybody won't get it.
Yeah.
We'll always get off track and go somewhere else. But nah, I've been cool, Dub. I ain't even barely been talking. I've been letting everybody cook. Go ahead, Stephen X, then Kev, then Cliff.
Yeah, I just want to say, with the whole Canada threat and the Mexico threat, I think it's going to be economic. So I don't see him like sending military into Canada. I don't see that. He's going to do it economically, like the tariffs. It's going to start with economic warfare. Canadians are timid, so they're not like Mexicans. Like the Mexican president, I like the way she's responding to Trump. Trudeau's a punk, so
Yeah, I thought y'all got rid of Trudeau. I thought he was out of there.
no, he's resigning. They have to get a leader for the political party first. Remember, Canada has a totally different political system,
Yeah, I understand.
and
I
it's
just
very
thought I'd
it's
read that
just
he
like
was
the
out of
British. It's like the British. So he's not gonna send U.S. Navy SEAL Team 6 into Canada. That's not how it's gonna go. It's gonna start with trade wars. So, and I can see a scenario where Canada converges with the United States, but I hope Canada maintains its sovereignty, and I hope Mexico does the same. I hope every nation state maintains its sovereignty and doesn't allow a foreign power to invade it illegally. Actually, that's an oxymoron. You can't invade a country, period. That is illegal. So, forget about what he says. Actually read or listen to somebody that reports on the executive orders he's creating, because all those executive orders are total BS. They're total. It's just like glorified tweets. Don't take them serious. So
gotta pass it around, man. I want everybody to get a chance to speak. Go ahead, Kev.
No, so I was going to say that I absolutely love the idea of Donald Trump labeling the cartels as terrorists, because down in Mexico, they are actually tired of these motherfuckers too. And Mexico has been screaming about help with these damn cartel peoples for the longest. So I think that it's a great idea. Hopefully the president of Mexico and Donald Trump, that they can team up together once they get past all of this other bullshit, and they can make that happen. Because that fentanyl thing is it is a real thing. And I lost a friend to it not too long ago, but hopefully they can get this figured out.
Hey, Kev, what do you say before we go to clips? What do you say to what Mexico is alleging? Like, hey, look, you guys keep complaining we bringing fentanyl into y'all country. Mm-hmm. You guys are bringing guns into our country. And those are killing way more people than the people that's dying off your fentanyl. We don't make Uzis and bazookas and all of that shit. You guys make those in America, and you guys are bringing those guns over here.
Yeah,
and they don't create fentanyl.
The guns to the cartel.
Yeah,
we don't make
by way of China. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, to that, I would say that Mexico, that they need to tell, that they need to say that then, you know what I'm saying? Okay, listen, look.
No. Kev, maybe you're uninformed. Kev, you're uninformed. You're uninformed. They have been saying it for years. The problem is the NRA are big lobbyists, and they pay off the government here in America, so nothing gets done about it.
Okay.
That's the problem. But
that's part of my question.
You got me on that one.
That's part of my question is a lot of this shit, the cartels, they may be rogue and look like gangsters to America, but they got a lot of money, and they do influence politics in America as well. Yeah. So those people that they're influencing and paying, how are they going to react to it? Let's say it's going to be kind of messy. That's the whole my thing. It's I think it's going to be messier than people think it's going to be. If they were to really, push the action on them. They ain't gonna go down. They ain't gonna go down laying down. I mean, I know they got a lot of heavy artillery. I know they ain't got no nuclear weapons. Hopefully, I don't think so. But I'm just saying, like,
I don't know.
there are a lot of people in America that they, like I'm talking about, like California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. They got a lot of fucking, pool over there. They got a lot of people over there. You don't want them to start, like, you don't want it to get bloody in America. You don't want that to
only pushback on that, if that's so true, we wouldn't have El Chapo in an American prison and his son. Why they come protect them and keep them from going to American jail? Because ain't nobody kidnapping Donald Trump and taking him into no, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got that much, but go ahead, Clips. But that damn show can make some damage, especially in California. I do agree to that.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a fact. That's just a concern. That's a concern.
Yeah, they can kick up enough shit, do some terrorist type shit for real.
And I know eventually, that's what I'm saying. Eventually, yes, I do believe that we would defeat them because we are the United States Army, and like we do shit. But we don't. But I don't want it to be a whole bunch of bloodshed in. And I'm in the medical field. You know what I'm saying? So we'd have a lot of our hospitals. We'd be having a lot of these people coming there, overflooding the hospitals.
Hospital too.
Huh?
That's an act of terror too. Start attacking the hospitals.
They could attack them, but I'm just saying, like, we don't want a whole bunch of casualties showing up in our hospitals and flooding up the medical system, because then the people who got cancer, the people who got in a car accident, the people who in America need help, we can't, because all of these people would be over there. It would be more of the border country.
The power grid. Let's find the power grid to all them hotels right there. I mean, hospitals in LA County. Just blow it.
They could, or some type of biochemical warfare, or some type of I don't know. I don't know what their pool is, but I know the motherfuckers ain't gonna lay down. They ain't gonna just lay down.
Somebody in the chat said Mexico biochemical war to have us all growing beautiful gardens. Pretty green peppers. We gonna all have jalapenos, tamales, all kind of dope shit. Yeah, we're gonna get the good Mexican biochemical. But go ahead, Clips. What you think?
To answer your question, Foodie, I believe that it is a very slippery slope. First of all, remember that most of these cartels that are doing most of the damage in Northern South America, Central America, and Mexico, these are organizations who at one time or are currently propped up by American agencies and organizations. So to label them as a terrorist group, and if you were to truly prosecute that, honestly, would bring in lots of conflict of interest and would become a legal what the fuck, where we would end up having a whole bunch of people who are detained at a gray legal status. They're already talking about getting Guantanamo ready for 30,000 as far as this immigration. We're going to need a whole bunch of more black sites if they start doing that. And then also, if you're old enough to remember, when you take groups like that and you start just giving them blanket labels like they even do to groups in the Middle East, you run the risk of perpetuating the terrorism, because now any young man who comes from this area, say a young Ecuadorian American, legally in America, but he's Ecuadorian or Honduran, because of his familiar or whatever ties, now you can designate this person as that. And now this person, when shut off from opportunities of social advancement and all the promises of a democratic society, naturally they'll become radicalized.
Don't they already do that? Don't they already do that?
Yeah, exactly. It's already, and it's going to just make it worse. It's going to just make it worse, because let's go back to what we was talking about. I forget who, I think it was Stephen X, or maybe it was Mark talking about soft power, trying to explain it to Dumb Brightside and Kevin. Okay, what I'm saying? The battle can't always be fought with guns. At some point, you're going to have to win over the hearts and minds of people to get people to not want to support these groups. Say, using the Middle East as an example, it is very hard to try to convince Palestinian people that Hamas and all like that aren't your friends and have nothing and are the worst things for you, when you're wholesale bombing the whole damn neighborhood because you heard 2 Hamas guys are in the neighborhood. And then you're even cutting off access to funds and aid, to where now, outside of Hamas, most of these people, they have nowhere to turn to. And so now you start saying that, oh, well, all these people are Hamas and all like that. So, it only feeds into the cycle of xenophobia, such a blanket approach is what I'm trying to get at. Does that make sense, people? Or was that too long-winded?
No, it makes sense. There's a lot of stuff that happens. Like, Americans don't realize that the U.S. government prevents terrorist attacks every day. I'm telling you, like,
bro, it's a good it's a series on Netflix about it too. It's called Close Encounters or something like that, or Close Calls, and it's like it's a whole series, like episode after episode after episode about how they thwart terrorist attacks and like what almost happened. You know what I'm saying? And what they call
Mark, real brief. It's not just international terrorists. Every day we have domestic terrorists. We're not talking about right-wing militias.
That's what I'm talking about right here in America. Like this stuff is happening in New York. This guy was trying to do something in Kansas, Oklahoma, Kentucky, North Carolina, Florida, like all over the country. Every day, like, and they just made a documentary, like not a documentary. There's so many that they made a TV series about it, bro. So it's a lot of.
That's what really trips me out, Mark. Is that Americans can? It's just like you can block out what you want to and accept what you want to, and they forget about like all of the school shootings that have been going on, like a lot of all the things that have been going on for the past 20 to 25 years that we still haven't found a solution to, and you're so worried about things that are going over.
Kendrick and Drake. Yeah, we worried about Kendrick and Drake.
Right. All the bullshit. You're not doing anything to prevent any of these things happening. They deny that it's happening, and it just trips me out. Like motherfucking Americans sometimes it's disappointing.
But yeah, man, we got all sorts of real stuff going on. Like I said, shout out to you, Mark. We're talking about Kendrick and Drake. I mean, a lot of especially Black Americans don't know nothing about what Brother Ibrahim's doing over there in the DRC right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we got real things going on, and that's what I'm saying. These things are so nuanced, and there's so many different levels to it. This ain't just a blanket statement of, well, shit, we can't be the world's police dog, or goddamn it, these motherfuckers gotta pay. That might work on the corner.
Right.
That might work in local politics. We are talking geopolitics. I am not planning for the next 5 months. I'm not planning for a stimulus check that I might get. I am planning for.
Oh shit!
I'm planning for. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's off. I'm making plans and setting things up for the next 10, 20 plus years.
Yeah, let me let Kev jump in because I know he's a Trump supporter. I do want to hear from the people who have a disagreement too. I want to hear their opinion. Go ahead.
Like y'all are making a lot of good points. A few things that I didn't really think about, but yeah. I like the way that the conversation's going, though.
Okay.
I find it unfortunate. Oh, go ahead, Mark.
No, go ahead, Foodie. You agree or disagree?
I find it unfortunate that too many Americans really believe that all we got to do is take care of Americans and we'll be just fine. We are in a world global economy. A lot of systems that used to work, in society, people don't think about your kids might, I don't know. I mean, there's just a lot of things like in America that they just really think they're thinking in a backwards way instead of a forward way. And the reason why things don't work the way they used to in America, as far as like basically the family unit and all types of things like that. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Steve. Pass it around. Go ahead, Steve.
Well, no, I was just gonna.
Oh yeah, my bad. No. Everyone's making great points. So soft power is what prevents the war, from happening in the first place. I'm gonna check out those what you mentioned, the documentaries. But we're inches and minutes away from attack. Like it happens every day. Like that's why I'm concerned. Like you're trying to gut the FBI, but the FBI does counterterrorism. If you go to New York City, the NYPD has a whole counterterrorism a unit. Everybody remembers 9/11. Forget about 9/11. What if America gets attacked with a biological attack, bro?
That is a big threat. That's the hugest, scary threat,
bro. This is freaking scary, man. We got a criminal president. This man is incompetent.
This man doesn't know. Hold on, dog.
He's not the first criminal to sit at 1600 Pennsylvania.
No, not
at all. So So you think that Donald Trump is a lot more incompetent than freaking Joe Biden was?
Joe Biden is a learned man. At least he friggin' studies. This man doesn't read. This man doesn't read his intelligence briefings. That's why we got attacked with COVID in the first place, and many people died in New York and across the country.
That happened everywhere, though. Like that wasn't just in
Yes, it did eventually.
Excuse me, sir. New York. I was living in New York at the time of COVID. Manhattan was a ghost town. I saw U.S. soldiers walking the streets.
Like that everywhere, bro.
I saw U.S. soldiers walking the American streets, bro, in New York. U.S. soldiers walking the streets, camped out because. Do you know how empty Manhattan was? I was there. I'm telling you, this man is incompetent. He doesn't care about anybody. He's gonna get us all killed, man.
No, bro, listen. This is the same thing that everybody has said in 2016. We're still here.
But here's my problem.
We're still here after over hundreds of thousands and millions of people.
Calm down.
Another reason why there was a lot of people that was actually dying or whatever here or whatever is because America is the most unhealthiest country ever, bro. Like, we do not take care of ourselves at all on a large scale. And on top of that, America was not the only country dealing with all these damn deaths from fucking COVID. Bro, it happened everywhere. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, it happened everywhere.
This is I just want you to see the screen, Stephen. Is this that documentary I was telling y'all about?
What's that? Terrorism.
Close Calls. Okay. It's on Netflix, and it's like all of these things that they thwarted, like how they just stopped these things from happening. It didn't even make the news.
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
It's like it's
on Netflix.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 10 different ones up here. Yep.
And bro, let me guess. They were like minutes away from stopping the attack, right?
I mean, some of them they got on it pretty early and they just tracked them and followed them. But yeah, it was pretty close though. It wasn't like some shit you see in a movie where it's 3, 2, 1, and we stopped and we pulled the string out and cut the red wire and stopped the bomb like that. But like,
no, because in the real world we try to prevent something before it gets too close. Back to my point to you, Kevin, about we'll wait till they mess with this country. No, you prevent that shit. Because you don't let them mess with a NATO country. Because once again, by Article 5 of NATO, we could act like, oh, we're America, we're big bad or whatever. But Germany already, the new president of Germany, new chancellor of Germany already declared that America is under America is basically no longer a free country. It's under I forget how he worded it, but he basically called Trump a Russian asset, meaning that Germany, France, and even though the UK prime minister came over here and kissed ass, you know what I'm saying, as soon as he left, what did he say in his official statement when he got back to UK? So if we allow this to escalate, it will escalate because one of the European nations will take it upon themselves because America doesn't have our back.
So what are we supposed to do?
So what we should have done, even if we had that dumbass conversation that they had, they should have not done that in front of cameras, but they wanted to do that to signal Putin. If we were serious about trying to get peace, we would have had a hard conversation with Zelensky behind closed cameras about, hey, bro, blah, blah, blah. We wouldn't be crying about lithium. We'd be saying, hey, we could do this, we could do that. But no, you can't join NATO because that's one of Putin's main sticking points. But we wouldn't have done this. We wouldn't have done the shit show in front of fucking cameras so the world can see America does not back Ukraine and that the NATO alliance is a fractured alliance and give Putin and his allies more encouragement to continue their encroachments.
Okay, hold on.
We're encouraging encroachment.
Did you watch the whole interaction? Because they did talk about that whole like them trying to get like a ceasefire, like a peace thing, right? And Zelensky didn't want it. Zelensky didn't want it.
No, on Putin's terms, without no say-so of Zelensky or the Ukrainian people, And then when Zelensky came, the reason why he came over was he was going to sign the mineral rights. Mark, did you not listen to the whole thing? Mark even explained it. He said, I was even going to sign over the mineral rights, but you're talking about, hey, there are no protection guarantees. Right. And if I am paying for protection, the guarantee that I'm paying for is protection. So if you want to act like a mob boss, be a real mob boss. And say, listen, you pay this money, you're good. Now you pay this money, and hey, well, I'll tell them to be nice.
It's got to be a fair exchange. Yes, it's got to be a fair exchange.
Or well, we are still funding them. Like Donald Trump didn't actually cut off the money. You know what I'm saying?
Congress already allocated
to get some back
because of what Biden did right before he left.
Mm-hmm.
He did some. He signed some executive orders and he flexed his power and put some things in place. But that doesn't mean that has nothing to do with this. Like, okay, he didn't just stop the money. No, what he's asking for right now just is ridiculous. Like give basically whatever, all the land you lost it. We're still not going to give you no more money. We're cutting that off. He is saying that. He ain't saying we cut off what you got now, but we saying no money, no weapons, no protection.
But just give us the
that's exactly. Maybe Kevin, do you not know this what's going on? Because you look like this might be new news to you right now.
I've been out of the loop, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, bro, I've been having some health shit going on. But anyways, yeah, I've been out of the loop though.
But you asked somebody else if they'd seen the entire
no, whatever. Like, so I had seen that today. Like, and I seen how Zelensky has said that he didn't want like the ceasefire or something like that, like how he wanted something else.
He didn't say that. Trump said
Trump has said that. My bad. But this is another thing too.
He kept saying, I do want a ceasefire. He said,
but I didn't hear Zelensky say that though.
Zelensky did say that, and when Zelensky even answered Vance, Zelensky talked about different negotiations under Biden and under Obama, where he tried to ceasefire and stop Russia. And he kept saying to JD Vance, "What do you mean by no diplomacy? I was being diplomatic, and each time he violated the agreements. He never did a prisoner exchange.
I thought he went back to the Bush administration. I thought he said,
"Oh yeah, it goes back further." But no, with Zelensky,
Bush, he said that I talked to Obama, that I talked to you about this.
He started when Putin started taking the land in 2014 when he invaded and took Crimea.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Right. Okay.
He took Crimea under Obama. Yeah.
Okay. No.
This is why
I'm getting back in the loop. Slowly but surely.
And it is my thing. And I don't mean nothing personal to you, Kev, or whatever. But I've said this personally, and I've said this so many times publicly and privately. When we have these discussions, especially in a place like the neighborhood where Mark has provided us a platform for diverse ideals to kind of have a healthy debate, let's kind of break from the tribalism. I get it if you're for Trump, and I'm not trying to sway you against Trump, but please, let's not go into these debates with Trump's my guy, so all your guys can eat a dick, and this is where I'm at attitude, when you're not actually no, you're saying, I'm not attacking you, Kevin, just using that example. There are literally people.
He's attacking Dub. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not attacking Dub, but just mentality. I feel you though. But the mentality of there's people who's taking the soundbite and saying Zelensky said he didn't want peace. Zelensky never said that. Zelensky said, hey, listen, man, you are not getting XYZ of my nation's mineral rights in perpetuity.
In perpetuity.
While you're cutting off my funds, while you are telling me to my face that this land that was illegally annexed by Russia, we just got to give it to Russia. And on top of that, if Putin gets a wild hair up his ass and wants some more shit, there is no guarantee you're going to stop him.
And you know what I hear about Trump saying that, even proposing that they should get that, and he feels like he would have never made the deal to give, because he kept talking about a stupid man named Biden gave you guys $350 million or $350 billion. So he feels like in exchange for what we've already given you, you should give us the access to your lithium in perpetuity. It's like a back payment. That's what I feel like he's thinking in his head.
Okay, so let me ask this then, right? Okay, so let's say that Donald Trump, Zelensky, and Putin had all came to like an agreement. Do you think that it would be right for Donald Trump to ask for this deal after that?
My only thing, a good question. I just want to say one quick thing before I forget. I love what y'all saying, but I would have no problem with it if that was the rule of thumb with everybody that we give money to, because we give Israel more than that, and it's not a loan for Israel. They just get to have the money, but we're loaning this money to Ukraine. Israel is kicking ass over there. So why set this precedent for Ukraine that we're not doing with Israel? We just give them the money. This is a loan to them, and now we're gonna pay it back by what? Just get everything. Like, we loan money to people all the time.
Just break the land forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah,
exactly.
And Mark, that is my outrage.
But I cut Kev off to say that, and I don't want you to cut him off too. Let him say what he was about to say though, Kev. I'm sorry.
No, you good. So I was gonna say, so if Putin, Zelensky, and Trump all come together and reach an agreement, do y'all think that Donald Trump would be wrong to actually ask for that mineral deal after that?
I don't think he's. Yes, I think he's wrong for that, because that's a clear quid pro quo. Like,
but what if they don't got the cash though?
We don't know what they have and how they can work it off, and what can we get from them. But to say that's what we get, and we get that into perpetuity, but also give them no protection.
Right.
Like, because that ceasefire could and especially how Donald Trump is such an egotistical type dude. Like, hey, look, keep in mind he's had meetings with Putin, several meetings with him without Zelensky present.
Yeah.
No transcripts from those meetings neither. So we don't know what he's promising this guy. Could just tell him, hey, look, have a ceasefire until I get out of office. And after that, go back to doing what you're doing to these people. Invade some more. I don't care. I'm going to be gone anyway. I just want to look good. So I can say, hey, look, when I was there, everything fine. The moment Uncle Trump left, everything went bad. Once I left. Because he respected me. He respected me. But really, it could be a deal like, hey, look, we got the minerals, and when I leave, sure, do what you do.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
that was my
next week,
criticism.
we need to see Putin and Trump on camera together, just how they did Zelensky today. We need to see that.
We did not see that at all.
We saw
Oh, okay.
When Trump was in the room with Putin, Trump was a good boy. Trump even kicked out all the Americans. He kicked all the American interpreters out. That way, the only people who knew what was being said was Trump, Putin, and Putin's interpreter.
That was weird.
That was the second time. The first time, he took the interpreter's notes and tore them up.
Yep, sure did.
The second time, he took all the American interpreters out. That's crazy.
To respond to what the guy I can't see. Kevin. I can't see your name on.
Yeah.
I'm old and blind. Yeah. I'm old and blind. I can't see it on my little ass phone. But anyway, I have a problem with the whole in perpetuity. I don't have a problem with you saying maybe in 20 years, whatever you guys can pay us back in 20 years, maybe, because like you said, without any protection. How the fuck we gonna get that lithium if they bomb it? They get bombed by Russia and motherfuckers is invading their land. How would we get it back anyway? So either we're gonna have to offer them some protection for 20 years, and then after that, whatever happens, then it's on y'all, or there's gonna be some different wording to the. You can't just say forever and ever we're gonna just be able to go over there whenever we want to and get the lithium for our cell phones and cars and all that other kind of shit. And you're not going to have any protection, because if we're not protecting the land that we're trying to get access to, then how are we going to get access to that land?
Okay, but hold on, wait. So now I'm thinking okay, so if Zelensky would have signed this deal, right?
Mark, we can hear that.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. So if Zelensky would have signed this mineral deal today, do y'all think that Putin, that he would have backed off a little bit because now the U.S. has an asset there?
Why would he do that?
Because he would be invading on the U.S. stuff. Like, now you fucking with our shit.
They're not in NATO though.
No,
but I'm talking about the mineral deal. Like if Zelensky would have signed that mineral deal today, like, y'all don't think that Putin, that he would have backed off, like, oh, okay, so now they got some whatever invested interests.
Maybe today. Yeah. What about 2 years from now, or 2 months from now? What
We
happens
don't know.
when he been doing?
Putin is so unpredictable, bro. Like, I don't know.
That's the reason why Zelensky is saying that's exactly what he's talking about.
Perfect.
Exactly.
You just said it. You just
exactly.
said it, Foodie.
Exactly. That's exactly why he's saying no deal. Because maybe now, maybe 2 years from now, maybe 5, 10 years from now. But you guys are being able to benefit off of us, and we have no protection if he decides to bomb us at any point in time. And y'all continue to be able to get access to whatever you want with no protection. And we obviously can't, fight him off on our own. You gonna sit up there and let us just F us off? Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's no deal. I would say no deal. Hell no.
Damn, you know what? Y'all got me rethinking everything now because I came on here to strictly defend Donald Trump. But y'all niggas is smart and you niggas know shit. And I'm like, no, I was just playing.
Nah. I just think we gotta think a little bit ahead, because if you take into consideration how history has happened in the past, or just in general how, the position of the person that we're trying to get something from is in. What we're trying to get from them, it's like it would not be fair. They like Mark said, the main thing is like in perpetuity, like forever. Like we could just get whatever we want to, and y'all could just. They have no protection. Like, come on, now.
Hey, neighbors, bear with me real quick. Now, bear with me, because she brought up history and she brought up things like this, and it was funny because I was actually reading an old book, and it's talking about the Punic Wars, and it's the same thing. Anytime you try to extort as a geopolitical tactic, it only causes a greater thing. Now, that whole war between Rome and Carthage came because Rome did basically the same thing that America's doing to Ukraine. Roman did that to Syracuse with Carthaginian invasion. Hey, you want our protection? Hey, we'll protect it. After a while, hey, nah, you got to pay us, blue, blue, blue. Then when they got enough money, here comes Rome, and Rome never left. You know what I'm saying? As you see now, Syracuse or Sicily is a part of Italy. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, they got enveloped. And there was a global conflict because Sicily was just a litmus test, because both Carthage and Rome were budding superpowers who were keeping each other in check. And if it wasn't for that buffer zone, you could see it in other times. The reason why the Macedonians led Greeks and the Persians with Darius came to conflict was because outside of Anatolia, extreme Western Turkey, that little buffer zone, there was nothing stopping these global powers from coming to a head. They don't need a reason. You know what I'm saying? This is money and power and influence. And, only one bull can be on the grass. So when you get global powers, you know what I'm saying, who are sitting there staring at each other across the fence, you got to keep those buffer zones safe. I do agree with the one Trump supporter in the chat who said eventually Ukraine will probably have to end up with a DMZ like Korea, because that's probably what should have happened in the 90s or 80s, because you're going to need that buffer zone. Because if you have a NATO line too far into the Ukraine, to where Ukraine is right now, it's a threat to Russia. And if you push the NATO line any farther west, you've just threatened every Western European nation. Without this buffer zone and without a responsible, adult, sober way of managing this buffer zone, there's going to be war. So you can get enticed by all this money and say, well, Trump's trying to end the war because you can see the possibility of dollar signs dangling in front of you in the short term. Long term, historically, that only brings war. That's my point.
I'm glad you brought up that point, because I have a question for you guys about Israel. And like you said, Israel is the only non-Muslim country in that region, correct?
No, Egypt is like a Christian nation.
No,
I'll be right back.
They're Muslim.
No.
Don't they have the Muslim Brotherhood over there?
Egypt is Christian though.
Egypt's a non, they're Muslim.
I think they're Muslim. All the Egyptians I've ever known, they're Muslim.
Yeah, they're a Muslim nation, but they're Muslim majority, but they like to say that they're a democratic nation. They don't want to call themselves an Islamic state or under Sharia law.
So we got Iran, we got Iraq, we got Jordan, we got Lebanon, we got all those countries around there, and I believe still. I know what you said, but that Egypt is.
Foodie, they don't all get along neither, though.
Right. So my thing is, that was my thing is like, okay, so if we just let them take over Israel, you don't feel like they would all just join forces and get all of the money from all of the money? I mean, they got a lot of fucking money over there, and they wouldn't come against America.
Well, they don't. Like I said, we have allies with some of those countries, like Saudi Arabia, Turkey. We're allies with all those countries.
Okay.
Not Iran, but
well, definitely not Iran. And they got nukes. And they got nukes.
We're allies with Egypt. We're allies. That's the point. It's of allies too, though. It's not like all of them coming together against Israel. That's not what's happening.
Right.
No, they're not trying to kill Israel just because they. Yeah, that's not what's going on.
Yeah, but we gotta. Yeah, but I'm just once again, I can't stress this enough because I am so sick and fucking tired of these people who think because they can yell and argue that they are somehow making a point, and especially when they bring up things like history and whatever. All right, there's never been a nation that has benefited from isolationism since ancient China.
I agree.
Okay. And eventually isolationism is what
they needed the Moors.
Exactly. And eventually the isolationism of ancient China that exposed it to British expansion because British locked them out of the global markets and then hooked their own people on opium.
Right.
Learn your history. Isolationism never makes a country great.
And what's happening in America? Getting hooked on fentanyl.
Exactly.
Also, add to one of your points you made. Like that, because somebody had said something in chat about the Korea and the DMZ, right? But peep this, that only works because both sides have to respect it. Because I've been to the DMZ in Korea. That shit is like, it's a little ass space. It's a little house type thing there, and
educate me. What does DMZ stand for? What does that mean?
Demilitarized zone.
Oh, okay.
All right, and it was like it's like a little block of concrete, about like 2.5 feet tall, something like that, maybe. That's why Trump stepped right over it and walked over to North Korea. Like when we was up there guarding and stuff like that, nobody's supposed to have M16s right there. The North Koreans on one side, we on another side. People right there, they just have a pistol. Literally, somebody could walk across at any time and do something crazy.
Yeah,
like that one American soldier, black dude, who just ran over.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Just ran over there.
I think you had that story.
Here now.
Yeah.
Shit like that. So, but the ceasefire, they didn't kill him though, did they? But he violated. They could have killed him. They didn't. They took him in custody and sent his ass back to America. You know what I'm saying? Talk to him like, what the hell is going on with you? All right, well, you got to go home. You can't stay here. You know what I'm saying? So that North Korea and South Korea have been at a ceasefire for over 50 plus years. So both sides have to respect that. And I just don't see Vladimir Putin ever respecting a ceasefire, especially when he knows I got the nukes over here.
Right.
You know? Even more so, I've got the nukes, and the only other country whose nukes are a deterrent to my nukes, I got their president in my pocket. In fact, this cat will go dummy. This cat will crash out live on camera for my cause. He ain't gonna say one bad word about it.
He sure did. If people didn't see that's what the fuck happened, they are blind. They are only seeing what they want to see.
Hey, Foodie, not to get this on not to take this to Cali real quick.
You saw that too, like it looked like he was just showing his allegiance to Putin.
Yeah, because he talking about, oh, you guys had us in a big battle, me and Putin. I was waiting for him to say, Putin.
You don't have the cards. You don't have the cards.
He's a really nice guy.
No. What was the main thing when JD first jumped in with his bullshit? And what was JD's first clapback after Zelensky responded? Okay, well, you're already having to conscript your troops. You're already whatever, trying to air out the fact that, to air out some shit that he probably shouldn't have been saying in front of the cameras to the president of a sovereign nation. But he's basically signaling to him, well, you guys know you're fucked up. And you know what? Without us, you ain't shit. And blah, 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 blah. That
he
was
really
all
was up there clapping cheeks. He was clapping cheeks for attention.
Yeah, he did. He twerked for Putin. He was popping it for Putin.
Yeah. He was trying, he's popping it so Elon could be, Elon is the vice president.
Oh yeah, you already know.
JD Vance, JD Vance, I ain't seen JD Vance in the longest time. Somebody said he was on TV the other day. I'm like, what the fuck is JD Vance? Ain't he the vice president? We always see Elon Musk.
Well, JD Vance, the past few days he was over in Europe, showing him how his lip gloss pop. You know what I'm saying? He was getting right for MAGA. And trying to push that agenda. You seen him over there in Germany with those right-wing people who just won the election, the same people that Elon propped up. He helped them win an election too. All of a sudden he jumped in that German elections, and all of a sudden, their voting machines and all like that gave their right-wing conservatives a huge landslide. And hey, right. I'm not even gonna say he rigged the election. Maybe that's the time that people's on. But here's my thing. If that's the time people's on, I'm not even mad at y'all, but let's just study history. I want to say, as an American, congratulations on your win, but be gracious winners, because right now, what you're doing, you are downsizing our government while you are isolating us geopolitically. Trump is definitely setting it up to where, by the end of these 4 years, if he doesn't get a third term, or you don't put a JD Vance or whatever puppet he wants to, that he wants to have running his agenda, well, if the whole world went to shit because you need me, the whole world went to shit because you need me, and it's like, no, we don't need you. We needed you to stop motherfucking, stop cutting off some of the safety rails. Like, he's cutting off all the safety rails. All the safety nets are gone for this whole thing that we're trying to base our lives off of. That's what a lot of people don't get. I don't like when I hear this, what does Ukraine have to do with us? Because, like, I'm with you, Mark. That's what I was about to say earlier. My outrage of this isn't about as much as Ukraine. It's about, why is it so selective? You don't have a problem with Israel. You don't have a problem with all these other countries that we give this blanket money and protection to, because you could somehow see that idealistically why we need to protect them, because they're fighting Muslims, or they're over there, but you can't see what Ukraine is to the geopolitical landscape of Europe.
I'm glad you brought up how he's cutting off, all of these jobs and all that kind of stuff, and weakening the economy, while talking about he's going to strengthen the economy by giving people checks by way of weakening the economy. Because how do you not see that these people are going to have to, if they can, because they're getting them they're getting them out of there, telling them that they have cause, so they can't even get, like, what's it called, not workman's comp, but what's it, is it workman's comp, or what is it? When you unemployment,
some sort of compensation, some sort of severance pay.
They can't even draw unemployment. So you have all these people who don't have jobs anymore in America. What do you think is going to happen to the economy? It just doesn't make any sense. That how the people think they're cheerleading. Yeah. Now there is a way. Now people have a misnomer about independents and Democrats. We do want government to get smaller. We don't want them to get paid as much as they're getting paid, or not just getting paid, but like they do need to. But there's a way about going about doing things. You don't just fire people out of the thin air all of a sudden, and then just think that everything's going to be okay. Like, it just doesn't make any sense for a $5,000 check. That is not going to happen, because they ain't going to find $2 trillion anyway. That's a whole nother conversation.
Well, here's the thing. It's going to be a $5,000 check that most people probably won't get. Like, some people, they're going to say, oh, you owe back taxes. This dude owes child support. This chick, she still owes all her student loans. They're going to find a way, just like they did with a lot of the stimulus stuff. That's why a lot of people started PPP loan scamming, because, if there were a lot of people who were running around mad when they didn't get in on that first round of stimmy checks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they got their wheels turning, they got to scamming. So like I keep saying, this is something where everyone's like, oh my, all right, whether Democrat or Republican, if you know anything about this country, we have a history of overreach and overcorrection. Can we all agree? Chat, Mark, Foodie, Stephen X, can we agree? Our country has a bad problem with overreach and then overcorrection.
Yeah, and now it's being overcorrected.
Exactly. We overreached, now we're overcorrected. And so here's my thing. Once again, let's get away from this damn tribalism. How long are we going to continue? Do you think, whether you agree with Trump or not, all my MAGA people in the chat, whether you agree with what he's doing or not, do you not see the overreach?
Right. And then he's going to leave all of this disarray for the next president. And God forbid that it's a Democratic president. He's going to take all of the brunt of the bullshit that's happened. That happens every single time that there's a Republican president and then there's a Democratic president. You know, then they got to clean up all of the bullshit from the previous president. But like I said, like you said, now the overreach is really, like you say, so for instance, let's just say they shut down all of these government agencies and fire all these people so everybody can get a stimulus check. But you got all these people that ain't got no jobs. Now they're not paying into the economy. So where does that leave us? And the thing is like, with all of this, the whole thing about the stimulus check is based on them being able to find $2 trillion worth of waste. That's a lot of fucking people being fired. But at the same time, a lot of the money that they say they've found already, there are people saying, economists saying like that's not really exactly how much money that's been found. Like they're saying like $800 million. Like no, they've inflated the money. They've lied about some of those numbers.
You got a point. Like that's not good. And so once again, with the overreach and overcorrection. So for all you MAGA people, and I'm not trying to attack you, I'm trying to have a serious conversation. Please don't get triggered and hear me. So if you get what you want and they tear it on, what happens when the Democrats get back in power? Are you gonna cry? You gonna storm the Capitol? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when naturally, the pendulum swings within extremes, and it's within the people. That is the founding fathers of this nation set up certain checks and balances because they knew you could not entrust power to one individual or one group of individuals.
One branch, yeah, exactly.
Because even if they mean well, eventually it no longer becomes a free society. And remember, these were people who waxed poetic about old Roman, the old Roman Republic, and this American democracy. What people don't understand historically is not built off of Greek democracy; is more or less built off of the pirate ships of the Caribbean. Hence why we use maritime law in this nation, where it was about freedom and each man having a right to represent himself. And so our founding fathers set up these checks and balances based on these principles, because even they foresaw a situation in a nation that naturally will overreach and overcorrect, where if you give somebody a blank check within just one presidency, that fast, democracy's fragile.
Then we have a dictatorship.
Yeah, well, that's it for me, man. Get some rest, man. I gotta get some work done tomorrow, and then I'm gonna probably y'all know we're gonna steal that fight tomorrow night, so I'm gonna have that on the members only.
Sure.
I'm not behind it. We're gonna have that on for the free 99. Your membership has already covered it. Thank you.
Yeah. Neighborhood.
All right, so I'll see y'all, man. Y'all got any final thoughts before I let y'all go?
Nah, real quick, just tell me who's on the card again besides Tank and the Roach.
A bunch.
What did I say to you earlier, Mark?
I don't know, bro, but let me wrap this shit up, bro. 'Cause I gotta go. It's El Rayo versus Gary Antoine Russell. Sandor Martin versus Puello. So Julian Jackson is making a comeback. I mean, Julian Jackson. Damn, if Julian Jackson made a comeback, that'd be crazy. But
J-Rock.
Yeah, J-Rock is on the card. Julian Williams is on the card. I forgot who he's fighting, but
okay.
Yeah, but those pretty much the four main ones. Not worth $80, dog. But I noticed this though, man. The casuals being hype about it. I had a couple family members. My wife's uncle. I guess my uncle. He's talking about he want to see it. My cousin Black. He's talking about it. I saw some of the kids at the dojan talking about it. So
It's a tank. It's a tank card. They you know.
Yeah, they just want to see tank. Like so.
Americans like tank. They don't care who he's fighting. He can fight Oscar the Grouch. It don't matter.
They don't care. They like him because he knocked people out. So that's all they want to see. They don't even know it. And in their mind, when I talk to them, they were like, "What you mean, man? None of you guys want to fight him? Shakur, Devin, they all been ducked." I said, "Hell no!" I was like, I realized how casual they are in the conversation, and then we start talking, and then they realize how much I know, and I realize how little they know, and we just like, man, I just like him though. He be knocking them out, and I was like, oh, "Okay, yeah."
Right. I don't even. That's why. I mean, I'm not on Twitter for many reasons, but that's part of the reason. Like, I got tired of bodying these motherfucking tank supporters, and you can like whoever you want to, but they're just so fucking Drake-ish and Taylor Swifty with it, and I just can't do it. It's like, stop. You ain't even paying attention to what the fuck is going on. Like, you don't look at his whole career and
Wait, Mark, did you see what happened? Mark, did you see what happened? Foodie just came up with 2 new adjectives. They're being Drake and they're being Swiftish. Are you saying they're acting real Aubrey?
They're acting real light-skinned with it.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all want to plug and promote anything before I let y'all go? Foodie, when we starting that revolution, baby?
When I stop overthinking it, we gotta have a conversation. My ass.
Yeah, I got an idea, man. All right, we'll talk about it, man.
I got a lot of ideas. All right,
let me help. See what I can do there.
All right, y'all. Well, I'll catch y'all on the next one.
My girl, I'll see you next one. Steven X, I'll send you the link too for the I'll send you the link for the fight. Clips, Steven X, y'all want to watch the fight. Lisa Lake, y'all let me know. Nick Rich. Go ahead, Steven X, Clips. Final thoughts, guys, before I let y'all go. See, I could have went longer, man. Pause, but I went in the kitchen. I ate the rest of that damn Japanese rice, man. All this talk about Korea and all that stuff. Made me want some fried rice, man. I went in there. I had some. My wife took me to Kiku's yesterday, so you know they give you mad food at the those Japanese steakhouse, man. So it was like mad rice, all the vegetables, the carrots, onions, mushrooms. Man, you know I got the chef special, man. The joint had the steak.
Oh man,
the lobster and the chicken, all the best.
Hey Mark, you mean to tell me that's why your camera was off? You sit here looking at the, you was listening to the conversation like Korea. You know what? I do got that rice.
I got that rice. Hey look, that's when y'all saw 2 of me on the screen. I was in there in the kitchen, man. That's why when Doug was like, man, I ain't even get a chance to talk. I was like, man, I've been gone. I know I've been gone. I've been eating. So yeah, but I'm and now the rice is settled. And I got the itis. The show is over.
Oh, okay, Stephen, you dropped off. Well, look, Mark, as always, you know it's a pleasure, my brother. I love you. Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you for providing a platform for all of us to go ahead and share our ideas and fellowship and communicate with each other. Once again, happy belated birthday. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. You know, we all just want to see. But here's the thing. Before I bounce, hey, Mark. What if Lamont knocked this nigga out?
Oh shit! I'm gonna win a couple bucks because I probably win $80 because he's like he's like a 16 to 1. So $10 to win you $160 if
no shit. I might have to get in on that. It's that bad. I'll talk to you offline, man. But yeah, thank you.
16 to 1, bro.
What?
$100 when you $1,600. That's how much of a favorite. I mean, Tank Davis is. Yeah. So. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Thank you for having me again. Love everybody, man. Hey, man. Hey, like, subscribe. And you know, I've seen a lot of new faces in the chat tonight, and we appreciate it. Hey, come on into the neighborhood. It's a safe space. We don't always got to agree, but we got to be respectful as we talk. And I appreciate this. You know what I'm saying? And don't be scared to jump in, call in. And then once Mark gets comfortable, he'll throw you on the panel. But you know what I'm saying? If you want to discuss, that's fine. You want to disrespect, I don't know how long you're going to last, but it's fine. It's the neighborhood. We built for it.
My man, I'll see you on the next one. All right, well, sure. I ain't even got to do none of my slogans. He did a couple of them. Land this plane, man. Shout out to my sister Nick Rich in this bitch. Shout out to Nikki in Central Florida. What up, fam? Shout out to Leroy for calling in. New to the show, Kev Stutters. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Kyle and all the people over there doing their thing. Shout out to the homie Lake County. He said, Mark, you see that People Magazine top ranked lawsuit from ESPN attached to Keon. Is that Keon or Keeney? Mark, you see that? You see the People Magazine top ranked lawsuit from ESPN attached to? I don't know. I ain't see that. I'll look it up though. Shout out to Lake County for the super chat. Let me give it a drop. Lake County had another super chat. He said, "What happened to fact check the fact checkers?" Bro, that's when I was fact checking myself. I was going to make the rice right then. That's why I was like, man, I'll look it up. Damn, y'all start arguing shit so I go eat this rice up.
I got 5 on it.
Yeah, man, I'm about to go ahead and drink me a big old cup of water. Love me a big cup of water, man, before I go to bed, man. And then help me sleep good. I'm gonna put on some Matlock until I fell asleep. I've been putting on Matlock episodes, man, recently. Help me go to sleep real quick. It's that little background music. All right, man. Well, that's it. That's all, man. Thank you for another great episode of Breaking Beats, where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you and I feel like talking about. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly. You know why life is serious enough. Hey, look, sometimes we're going to agree, sometimes we're going to disagree, but one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Respect is free. Disrespect gonna cost you everything. Your family, your freedom, your finances, most importantly, your life. So let's show each other love. Let's show each other respect. If we can't do that, let's just show each other the door. You go your way, I go mine. God willing, we both will do fine. It's your man, Martin Nash, Breaking Beats. See you on the next one. Peace.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
And I mean that shit. Drinks require your sleep. Goals require your effort. Go out there and get your goals. I'm going to get some sleep. Peace.
Hey, it's Antonio Tarver, champion. You're watching Mark Nash at Breaking Beats. I usually don't do drops, but I'm going to give you one, bro. I'm going to give you one. I love you, champ.
This that squad sound.
This is me, man.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
Nah, Dr. Mark, God made it possible. And so the viewers like you. See you on the next one. Peace.